Hey guys, hold on. Hold on. There we go. Crap, I'm gonna have to bring that up again. Fuck. But hey guys, welcome to MK Headlines episode 32. Thank you guys for giving me all the support. It really means a lot. And yes, I'm wearing my Sixers show and the Eagles show. I don't care. Sixers, let's go. But yeah, guys, so I'm gonna bring up my quarterback list. Top 32. If you guys were here for Sports Chat yesterday, me and my buddy Tyler were talking about our quarterback list. And I'm going to post a link in the chat. And if you guys want to come on and react to my top 32 list, you're more than welcome to. So I'm going to bring this up again. And then I'm going to put the link in the chat and I'm going to send it to. And then I'm going to give it off to another couple of people that are not in the stream. So if they want to come in and react to my QB list, you guys are more than welcome to. So, BOSC, thank you for leaving a comment. Yep. Thank you, man. No guy, baby. Really? Wow. Let's see. Let's see. All right. So, who will be the first one? I'm going to zoom this up, actually. So, we're going to just go like, no, hold on. All right. So, we got this here. We got this up here, my quarterback list. Hold on. Whoever wants. Hold on. Whoever wants to come on and react. Hold on. Whoever wants to come on and react to this. Here you go. I'm just going to share the stream out. You guys should be doing the same. Everyone share the stream out. Share the stream, guys. It's more. Yeah, I know. I saw it. Yeah, I was on a wrestling podcast like not even 4 minutes ago talking about that. Oh, we got our first person. Let me Hello.
Hey, Mitch.
What is up, man? What is up? So,
Okay, so I'm very good right now. I'm gonna enjoy the pool day because after work it was very exhausted, but right now I got the rest of the pool day. But I got the always at the top 23 quarterback list. I will
top 32. Yeah.
32, yeah. Well, in my case, I will put my top 10, which is the first one, Josh Allen, second Patrick Mahomes, third, which is Tom Brady. Also, four is Matthew Stanford. Number five, Joe Burrow. Number six, Justin Herbert. Number seven, Lamar Jackson. Number eight, Deshaun Watson. Number nine is gonna be Aaron Rodgers, and number 10, Ted Prescott. That,
How is Aaron Rodgers number 9 for you? For me, I have him at 3. How's he number 9 for you? I'm just wondering.
well, it depends on the ability, the strength, and of course about the stats about the last year. But I will put Aaron Rodgers because he's very good, but he doesn't have like the most energy about it because I know he's an MVP, but he doesn't have like the energy right here for the last season.
Okay. All right. So my list is based on who's starting for this year. So
Oh,
that's why. For this year, here I'm gonna make it bigger. So 32, I got Sam Darnold. 31, Drew Lock.
Fuck.
30, Zach Wilson. I know damn well you didn't put James on the Wentz. Duo Jones Johnson. Yep, I did. A lot of people agree with me on that too. So 30 against Zach Wilson, 29 Daniel Jones, 28 Trey Lance. He's
Uh-huh.
starting over Jimmy Garoppolo. So Trevor Lawrence 27 and 26 we got Justin Fields here. So is there anyone you would change out of these 6?
Hmm. I think they're gonna change to like because Justin Fields is very good, but he's not on a good level, not at all. But I will put like Trevor Lawrence in 25 instead of Jared Goff.
Oh, you will flip? Okay.
Yeah, I will flip it all because I will put Trevor Lawrence at 25 and Jared Goff at 27.
Okay. All right. Well, that kind of scared me. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, 25. I got Jared Goff. 24. I got Marcus Mariota because with him with the Falcons, I think that would be a better fit than Matt Ryan. Marcus Mariota is younger. He's more mobile. He can throw on the run. I feel like that's gonna be a lot better.
It's
And
gonna be
then
better.
go on. No, you talk.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of better, but I will put at number 22. But
You would put who at 22?
I will put in 22 Marcus Mariota because he's very young, and I think if we look at his stats right here over the last season and over that season, it can be mind blowing. I will put Marcus Mariota at number 22, and I will put Ryan Tannehill at 24.
Okay. All right. So I got David Mills at 21, Matt Ryan at 20, Jameis Winston at 19, Tua 18, Carson Wentz 17, Mac Jones at 16. So you like that group? So we got David Mills, Matt Ryan, Winston,
Well,
Tua, Wentz, Mac Jones, and Hurts. 21 to 15. So right here. So what do you think about that?
oh, I think two of us better right now because I think about the last season doesn't fit well for the Miami Dolphins, but I will put number 15. I will still have it, Jalen Hurts. Number 16, I will put Tua, and number 17, I will put Mac Jones, and number 18, I will put Carson Wentz, and also I will still 19 with James Winston, 20 Ryan, and 21, which is David Mills.
Yeah.
Because hmm,
I love how David Mills played, and I really believe that he could
it
be
could.
the quarterback for
eh,
he could be the quarterback for the Texans in the future. I really feel like that. Normal guy says that the ranking for Jameis is fair. Juco's not at all. Of course, you're a Saints fan. So, yeah. So, okay. Let me get rid of that. So 14, Kirk, Derek Carr 13, Russell Wilson 12, Kyler Murray 11, and Dak at 10. And then Matthew Stafford at 9. So what do you like about do you like that? Would you change some numbers? What would you do there, Raphael?
Okay, I will change the number 9 to Prescott. I will change the number 10 to Matthew Stanford. But those but I would love to put Kyler Murray at number 11 and the number 12, which is Derek Carr, because over the stats right here, because he's very amazing. But I will put Kirk Cousins and Russell Wilson and the position number 13 and number 14. So
Okay.
number 12 is gonna be Derek Carr.
All right. Yo, what's up, Randall? If you want to come in, man, the link is in the chat. If you want to come up, here, I'll put it right in here again. So if you want to come up, man, you can react to my list as well. So whoever wants to come in, react to my list, you're more than welcome to. So
All right.
from here's 8 to number 1. So I got Deshaun Watson at 8, Lamar Jackson at 7. I got Justin Herbert at 6, Joe
Uh,
Burrow at 5, Brady at 4, Rodgers at 3, Allen at 2, and Mahomes at 1. Those are my top 8.
oh, that's your top 8?
That's my top 8.
Wow. That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to see the number 1, which is Josh Allen for me at the top 10. And
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes is going to be at number 2. And of course, we just saw Aaron Rodgers at number 3. Tom Brady can still the GOAT, which is number 4. Number 5, Joe Burrow. Number 6, Justin Herbert, which is a great, phenomenal quarterback. Number 7, Lamar Jackson, which is definitely good. And number 8, Deshaun Watson, because he got the potential. He got the potential power right here because he's very good. He's very good, and I know his team, which is the Houston Texans, didn't win, but he has a better potential. He's got a great potential.
Here's what Deshaun Watson did. Here, I'm gonna hold on one second.
Uh-huh.
There we go. Here's what I did for Deshaun Watson. What he did in 2020 without D Hop. That's what the last thing I'm basing it upon. He did great.
Uh-huh.
He did great in 2020. So
Oh.
I feel like a lot of people are forgetting how good Deshaun Watson was on the field. I forget. I think a lot of people are forgetting about that. Robert, here's actually a funny thing. I originally had him at 20. Then people were like, Mitch, sit back, relax, relax, and think about Deshaun Watson's game. Just think about his game and what he did on the field. So I looked at the highlights in 2020. He's easily top 10. Unlike Winston, James Sexual, Shaw, Kurt. Yeah, it could. Hey, what's up, Nikki? What is up, man? Already
Hello,
better.
Nikki.
What up, man? Nikki, if you want to come in, here's the link right here, bro. I would love to hear your take on my list. Whoever wants to come in, you can come on in. I want to hear everyone's take on my list. Shout out to the 10 people in here. Really much appreciated. Thank you. And if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to the Hardcore Sports Network. The links are in the description. Shout out to Raphael, man. Thank you for following the Hardcore Sports Instagram. I got that
Yes.
notification. Thank you for that. Really much appreciated. Robert, here's the thing, right? I knew you were going to do this.
Yes.
Derek Carr from Dak Prescott, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, Derek Carr. You can interchange. They're interchangeable. They're interchangeable. You can rotate. Like for me, so I have him at 13. Big whoop. He's going to bounce out. He's going to bounce up. He's going to go up. As of right now, I got him at 13.
Wow.
Oh, here's Watson Stats. Randall, thank you. You know what? I got to make you a mod, bro. Here we go. You're a mod, Watson. There you are. Randall.
Which is
So in 2020,
Wow.
Watson had 4,823 passing yards, 33 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. I almost said assists. Oh my God, what am I losing myself? And I'm telling you right there, 7 interceptions to 33 touchdowns? That's insane. Oh, shoot. Juice, let's hear it.
Fuck your list.
Oh shoot.
There you go. You had your moment. Now you're out.
Get him out. Get him out.
Nah. All right. Seriously, where would you have your list? I know you made one. I feel like you were trolling the last time. Who would you have in your top 5?
Tell it.
Juice. Thank you, Mitch. All right. Juice, right here. You don't have to talk in the chat. You're right here, bro. You're right freaking here. Hello, Juice. How you doing? You there? No? Okay. Juice, you're out of there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kick you. Boom. But yeah, man. So Raphael, how do you like my list overall, man? And then we're gonna let the next person come in. How do you like it overall?
Well, to be honest, I really like it because you just put the best effort to put in the quarterbacks over that season, and of course the last season they will improve about the passing yards, also the stats, the ability, also the energy, because you just put the actual facts that you made all these lists right here. Because as a matter of fact, Daniel Jones, you just put it in number 20, which is very fair because
Hmm.
New York Giants last season it went not so good, and all these stats on Daniel Jones is not very good enough. But I'm glad that Daniel Jones has put it at number 29 because it's not very enough. It's not very enough because it's just like he misses something. He misses something like the energy. He missed just like the energy that he got for the quarterback. He missed that all the ability, but Daniel Jones doesn't have it about it. So he needs to prove it. So he had to go to the top 10, but he doesn't. Well, he got him out to the down under. But in 32 is Sam Donald. That's very good because that sounds very because last season Sam Donald he seems like goes for anywhere for the Carolina Panthers, including for this year on the New York Jets, which is totally very fair enough because you just put at the last position right here because this over stats is not very good enough. It's not good because I know because Carolina Panthers is over struggling out this last season because they just had like the return of Cameo Newton, which is not working, and of course some Donnelly seems like goes right here because they just suck right here. But I'm glad that you made just like a list because it's not biased, but I like it. But I like it.
Yeah. Hey Raphael, I'm gonna let you go, all right? Because I want to give individual time to Slay. So I'll talk to you later, man. Thank you
Oh,
for popping in.
later, okay.
All right, man. I'll talk to you. What up, Slay?
What's good, Mitch?
What's good, bro? Yo, I gotta see your highlight video. I gotta see that, man.
The Brady one?
Oh, the Gronk.
Oh, the Gronk one? Yeah, I'm about to work on that.
Okay, I was just confused. Is that going on your channel? The other guys? How is that working?
It's going on my channel and Nas.
Oh, is that the Ravens guy?
Yeah, him.
Would he want to join? Or
I think right now he's just working a couple jobs. I mean, he's working one job, so he got to work on that right now. But when he has free time, he probably could.
Trey Waynes retired? Okie
Oh,
dokie.
from the Bengals, from the one that used to play on the Bengals.
Yeah, I think so. Didn't he
And
just retire yesterday or this morning?
that's interesting.
Hey, you know why? I got Gronk. As soon as Gronk announced his retirement, it got pushed to the side.
Yeah,
I feel like Gronk is gonna come back. I
yeah,
just have that feeling.
I could see that. I mean, I don't think he will, unless like Brady like really convinces him to. But I don't know, man. It could happen.
Yep. So I already told you some of my list. So what do you think of it? Wait, hold on.
Hurt 14.
Wait, hold on. I gotta move up. There we go. Because the banner. You know what? Let me take off this banner. It's covering. There we go.
Darnold 32. That's interesting. Darnold's on your list.
Huh?
Darnold on your list. That's interesting.
Yeah. Why?
Because I think Matt Corral is gonna start over him. That's just me.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but I looked online and right now it said Sam Darnold. Like I feel the same way Mitchell Trubisky. I feel like Kenny Pickett's gonna start. But as of right now, these are the starters. So March 2022 Rangers really? In March? What? All right. I thought he retired today. All right. But what do you think of it?
Yeah. Hurts at 15, Mac Jones at 16, Carson at 17, Tua at 18, Winston at 19. I like that.
You know what a lot of people had trouble with? With me having, I know you can't see it right now. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to bring it down. People are giving me heat because Derek Carr at 13.
Ooh, I don't know about Kyler over Russell Wilson. I don't know about that. That's the only
I mean, again, like I told Robert before he left and I even respond, from Dak, Kyler, Russell, and Carr, they can be interchangeable. Like,
Yeah.
you can flip-flop anybody. So, it's just like people. My friend had not Tyler's list, not Tyler, but my buddy had Russell Wilson like at 17, I think.
Hell no.
Yeah. So I was just like, bro, really? There's no freaking way you had him at 17. But then it was just like, Mitch, he could pop off this year with Denver. Which he
Yeah.
could. He could.
Let me see this list again. I see Kirk there, Jalen.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. That makes sense. Thank you, Randall. Randall, again, if you want to come in, the link's in the chat.
Dak. Dak, I don't think he's better than Russ yet, but I respect that.
Yeah.
Dak,
You want to hear something funny? I was in Boys for Life stream, like in the chat or whatever. He said he would not have Dak in the top 10.
I mean, he's like 11, to be honest.
He had him at 12, I think. I can't wait for his list.
That's respectable.
I can't wait for his list because I challenged him. I challenged BOSG, even though he copied mine pretty much. And Vic.
Mm-hmm.
So what? You just mad at Winston at 19. Dak is in the top 10, not bad. See, I've been getting mixed reviews about my list. Mixed. Philly Jim said that no way in hell Dak Prescott should be in the 10.
I don't know. Derek Carr, I think he's better than Kyler.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that. A lot of people were saying about, again, you can flip-flop. Like,
yeah,
majority of this list you can flip-flop, except for, like, the bottom half you can't flip-flop. So it's just like...
Yeah, Kyler's a really good talent, though. He is.
He is, but you got to think of it like this, right? With D-Hop, he was gone. Like, Kyler Murray just fell off the face of the earth. But Dak Prescott, consistent throughout the whole season, he was good. I know he had the weapons, but consistently...
Wait, keep going up on the list. I want to see more of it.
Hold on. Okay. Here we go.
Mahomes, Allen. I got Mahomes at 1. I got Rodgers at 2. Allen at 3. You got Brady 4. I agree. I got Herbert over Burrow.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I figured you had because you're a bigger fan of Herbert than Burrow.
Yeah, I also have Lamar over Burrow.
Really?
Yeah, that's interchangeable.
Wow. Okay, I did not expect that from you. I did not expect that at all. Honestly, I thought you would have had Burrow over. Where'd you have Watson though?
Oh, if I put him on a list, he's definitely like 8 or 7. He's like 7 or 8.
Thank you. Like Robert was like, hold on, I gotta bring this up. You're gonna laugh. Oh wait, not that one. Right here.
Oh hell no, you bugging?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's just like, oh, FD Hop comes back against us in Arizona. Oh, really? We're losing that 142-10. Oh, that's the game that your Saints are gonna lose. There you go.
I'll be right back. Hold up.
You're good. You're good, man. You're good. So, here's the thing when it comes to the list, guys, and I really encourage you guys to do a list because it really tests your IQ when it comes to this game. So, like, look at this now. I can still make changes if I wanted to, but I'm sticking to it. All right, Randall, you're all good, man. You're all good, bro. You're all good, man. Oh, great. The Sixers are in the mix for PJ Tucker and Eric Gordon. Figures. Yeah, let me there we go. Guys, hit that like button. We're only at 9. We're only at 9 and 25 minutes in. Hit that like, guys. Hit that like. You had Winston at 10, even though with his interceptions being tied with his touchdowns. Like, that's why he was lowered down for me, bro. That's why he was lowered down. Nikki, if you want to come in, I really want you to come in and talk about this list, bro. I'll put the link in the chat again. So, but yeah, guys. So I really encourage you guys to thank you, Earl. Thank you, man. Thank you. Oh, it was but he got injured. So he got injured. If Dak had a good coaching staff, he would have been better. Yeah. He is a dog. He is. I would love to have PJ Tucker. He's more consistent than Georges Niang. That's what I said on my show with Romp. He's more consistent, and that's what we need. So, would I be mad with PJ Tucker coming off the bench? No. Would I be mad with Eric Gordon coming off the bench? No. Just how much are we going to give up for Eric Gordon? That's exactly what I want to see. How much are we going to give up for these players come draft night? I can't believe Chase Claypool said he's a top 3 wide receiver in the league. Josh Allen is winning the MVP this year. I can see that. Josh Allen, and my pick was Herbert. That's my pick for this year. So, yeah. Those guys aren't starters. Who? I know they're not. They'll be for the bench. Tucker and Gordon. They'll be for the bench. That's exactly what we need. I want a better bench than more star power. Chase Claypool. Yeah. Yep. So, PJ Tucker and Eric Gordon can give. Yep, that's exactly what I need. You know what? Let's make this the Philadelphia Rockets, guys. Let's make the Houston Sixers. Come on. Let's change it up a little bit, man. Instead of the Philadelphia 76ers, we could be the Houston 76ers, or we could be the Philadelphia Rockets. Whatever works. All right. So, it's just like, it is what it is. So, if anyone wants to come on and say what they like or not like about my list, come on up. Philadelphia. Yeah, we could be the Philadelphia Rockets. And again, here's a link. Let's see here. I'm going to send this to where do you... If you want to... Yeah, too. Let's see. Jameson, Michael. They're going to have that's going to have a very good offense. It's going to be very good, but again, it's his injuries, it's his health. Yeah, he is. I want to get that on the network. It's just like, no, once I do it, looks like I'm going to have to do it after this show. Looks like. The Nets and the Knicks, what about them? The Knicks are looking to trade up to get Jaden Ivey. The Nets are like in a whole world of. It's going to be 42-12. We got to wait and see. We got to wait and see. I love how. Let's see here. All right. We got 8 people in the chat here. LeBron James to the Warriors. You know what? I actually want to say that. Dude, the only reason that would happen if Bronny somehow, some way, gets drafted there. The Knicks, I hope so. I hope both of them are going to improve their teams, though. I really hope. I really hope that both of them are going to improve their teams. I really do. Let's see here. Yeah. So I'm actually gonna. I'll keep this on. About it. Yeah. Ooh. Sixers will take him for the bench. We'll take Devontae Graham for the bench. Hell yeah. I'll take him for the bench. And maybe I'm gonna live stream it. Like, if I live stream it, I just wanna do it for the network. Like, so it is what it is. I mean, Raphael, when he came on, he had Josh Allen at 1. I respect that. He had Mahomes at 2. I respect that. I really do. But all right, guys, what do you have to say about this list? What do you have to say about this list, guys? I'm waiting to hear. I mean, guys, what else is there for me to say? I mean, Kyler Murray over Derek Carr, sure, people are going to hate that. People are going to hate Dak Prescott over Russell Wilson. People are going to hate every single thing you make on a list. That is why I am going to have a new series of ranking each position. Just need to find a co-host for it. So, oh, hey,
I've been
what
backed
up, coach?
Been backed up about 30 minutes.
Huh?
I've been backed up for about 30 minutes.
Oh, it just showed you on my screen that you popped up.
Nah, I'm just joking. No, my
Yeah, that's what I thought, man. Yo, I just had to ask you something, man. How do you feel about all this Rockets news? Like Banchero, you're getting Banchero. It looks like John Wall and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I feel good, but it looked like that's if OKC. Was talking to Slay on the stream today. That's if OKC don't decide to take him, which is I don't really think OKC will take him. I think they would sold on check. I think they sold on check homegrown. I haven't heard about Pablo working out with OKC. I don't know if he worked out with him or not, but I know he was in the building when we traded Christian Wood. I know he was working out with the Rockets when we traded Christian Wood. So, yeah. But like I say, me and Max, we've been campaigning, for get Pablo Banchero. And if we do get it, I'm going to be excited. I'm going to definitely be excited about it.
Yo, what up, bro? How you doing, man? There you go.
What's going on, guys? Coach Dante,
What's
what's
up?
up, bro?
What's up?
All
Sorry,
right.
go ahead. Continue. Sorry.
No, you're good, man. You're good. I'm just about to pull up the list again, and I want to hear Coach Dante's opinion on mine because
I mean,
he made his list.
Okay, I had Sam Darnold at 32. I think he's the worst quarterback in the NFL. Like I say, I cut him some slack because the Jets is just a bad organization overall. He did start off well. In Carolina, but when the moment he played the New York Giants, he came right back to the old Sam Darnold that you all knew right about, and he just had a flat fell on his face. I think right now he's a backup quarterback in this league right now. I just don't think he's good at all. Probably a combination of him coming out too early as well in college. Probably should have stayed another year, but Sam Darnold's just not really a good quarterback. Drew Lock, I think I put him at least 29 or 30 because he hasn't really had an opportunity to show what he could do. He normally comes in for a backup role, so that's why people will kind of put him high on the list, and I'm not going against that. Zach Wilson, Daniel Jones, Trey Lance, I'm okay with them. I'm okay with them. Trevor Lawrence, I'm okay with them. Jared Goff, I will have Jared Goff over Mariota. Jared Goff had a good year this year. If you look at his numbers is very good. His numbers were very good this year. Just the Lions organization is just bad. I will flip Jared Goff right over Mariota. I wouldn't put Mariota on the list because Mariota has been a backup for about like 4 years all of a sudden. But like I say again, he's down on the list. He's not up there, so I'm not too mad at that. He's down on the list. Ryan Tannehill, I think he's too low. I think he's too low a little bit. I think Ryan Tannehill is pretty solid. I will actually have him over Tua. I will actually put him over Tua. Matt Ryan is too low. I think he should be a little bit higher. But again, I said,
you don't think that Tannehill's issues in the playoffs have any bearing on where he's at here? Because I mean, that last playoff game, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions is all I remember about him. So
yeah, but he had more success than Davis Mills. He had more success than Davis Mills because of longevity. So that's why.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, I will actually put him up. Yeah. So
same.
That's good. That's a good question though. That's an obvious good, really good question.
That's
right
what
there.
I was basing mine on.
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah, Mitch, good.
But Matt Ryan, I will have Matt Ryan over Winston. I will have Matt Ryan over all of those guys. I would have Matt Ryan over all of those guys at the top. If you can stroll down a little bit, I would have Matt Ryan over Tua, Jameis, Hurts. I probably would have him. I would definitely have him over Kyler Murray. I would definitely probably have him over Kyler Murray. So therefore, Matt Ryan. I would stop Matt Ryan at 13 at least. At 13 at least, Matt Ryan. That's why I got him.
Okay.
I was former
MVP.
Yeah. For me,
17. I got Jalen Hurts at 17. I got Watson at 18. I got Watson at 18 because Trey Lance was initially on the list for me, but I got to see a little more Trey Lance. But I put Watson at 18. Now go ahead.
Yeah.
Now, for me, it's just for Matt Ryan, I feel like he was a game manager. Correct me if I'm wrong here. And with Cordero Patterson, I felt like he carried the offense a little bit. I know it's a team game. I know that, but Matt Ryan, with his veteran leadership, I feel like it should help out a little bit more. So for me, that's why I got him that low. So that's just me. And Tannehill over Jameis, I can't wait. Did I have? Yeah, I can agree to that.
Tannehill over Jameis. Longevity wise, Tannehill has made playoff. Jameis hasn't made a playoff appearance yet. But like I said, he did have a good season. But like I said, I will put Tannehill over Mills and Jameis Winston. I will put Tannehill over Mills, Winston, Tua, Jones, Hurts because of the longevity part of things. I know y'all. We all look at the future. We all looking for the future and upside. That's why this list is probably made like this. But as far as longevity and what these guys have been, Matt Ryan, and Ryan Tannehill, I will put them up. I will put them up higher than Tua and Winston them though. But like I say again, I'm not gonna fuss and fight because
you look at with Tannehill and actually Kirk Cousins, they both lost their key cogs in their running backs last year for obviously the Titans a lot longer than the Vikings. But I mean, you look at what they did and complete opposites, right? Like Tannehill carried his team to a first round bye where Kirk Cousins couldn't even get in. So I mean, like you said, you just got to start looking at the smaller picture, not just the grander scheme of things. So
Now, to answer East Coast Gridiron, my criteria is just based off who's starting this year because I'm planning on doing a top quarterback list every year from this point on. So this is the basis for me. So this is where it's like, okay, my first year, where am I going to have him ranked? Next year, I might make some changes. Matt Ryan might go up. He might go down. So for me, it's just like a basis on who's starting this year. And shout out to East Coast, man. I'm actually happy that you challenged me to this because it was actually fun. It's not a criteria. Okay, it's my opinion. I'm not going to that far. But I just want to say thank you for challenging me to this because I learned a lot from making lists. I barely make any lists. This is like my first list ever. Is it great? No. Is it terrible? No. Hey, it's my first list. I'm happy for what I did. And yeah.
Where you put like my criteria when I made my list, and it's hard to make a top 32 list because again, because like you're gonna put some players over somebody that people don't agree with. But like I say, out of all the comments I got, everybody loved the hell out of my lists that I made. I probably missed some players that I should have put on, but other than that, I thought all my lists is very good. But my criteria is basically, I don't base on the players because the players have the better stats. Sometimes I based on the offense they're in, the coaching staff, the organization, and I based on the better player. Like Cooper Kupp had a better season than Devontae Adams, 1,800 yards, but I still put Devontae Adams over Cooper Kupp because I think Adams is the better receiver overall. I still think he's the better receiver. Cooper Kupp got the numbers, but I still think Devontae Adams overall is like the better receiver. Like I can put, I put Aaron Rodgers, I put Tom Brady in the top 3 because, hey, when you got Tom Brady on your team, you always have an opportunity to win football games no matter what team you got. So like that's more than my criteria, just not because of the stats wise or who had the better season, but basically who's the better player, the system that they playing in, the coaching staff and stuff like that. That's what I based on the criteria, not because this player has, hey, this guy got better numbers than this guy got better. I just that's my criteria. Sometimes I just go by the better player.
Do you guys agree with this?
I think because I mean, go ahead.
Go ahead, Rand.
Dante.
Well, I was just gonna say, I mean, like, what's the basis on it? Because I mean, like Trayvon Diggs, how many 100 yards games did he give up? Where Slay, what I think he only gave up 112 yards last year.
Yeah, he gave up almost over 1,000 yards last year.
Yeah.
The only reason I had Tannehill so low is because of the playoff, which is like, I know it's just like he didn't play good that playoff game. He just didn't play good for me.
220 pass yards, 1 touchdown.
I know it's just one game. I know it's a team game. I get that the offensive line was bad. He himself did not have a good game. The offensive line was terrible. But I don't know if I agree with this. I got to think about this. Darius Slay over Trayvon Diggs? I got to think about that. I mean,
you guys big on Diggs, eh? You're big on Diggs, man?
I think
not
I'm
really.
going with Darius Slay. I'm going with Darius Slay because, again, people go with Diggs because of the interception wise. Now, he got potential. He got some potential to play some cornerback. And sometimes his aggressiveness based off because he played receiver before. So he knows how to high point the football. He knows in the right spots. And sometimes he'll run a route for the receiver because guess what? He used to be a wide receiver and his brother played some wide receiver as well. So like I think Darius Slay is actually the better cornerback, the better lockdown cornerback. You can trust one-on-one. I don't go by just because a player just got that many interceptions. Now he does got some potential and upside. I give Trayvon Diggs that. Now I will take Slay. I will take someone who would rather lock down, who's a lockdown corner, who I can trust to lock someone down. The picks is gonna come to him. That's why I put AJ Terrell on my list. He's not noticed because he's playing the Falcons organization just a better organization. So that's why he don't get that notice. But people don't throw his side, so that's why he don't get that many picks. That's why I show so much to AJ Terrell, guys like AJ Terrell for Atlanta.
Now, East Coast, I know you and Brunson here are like, don't see eye to eye. on most
I
things.
I just think he's a boisterous prick, but that's one thing or another. But
I mean-
Darius Slay or Trayvon Diggs. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. It seems like people are siding with Darius Slay more. Who do you think is better? Do you think Darius Slay, Trayvon Diggs, or Jalen Ramsey's better?
Well, Ramsey's better than all three than the other two. I feel like
everybody
Ramsey.
collectively agrees that Jalen
Yeah.
Ramsey's better, right?
Jalen Ramsey,
Yeah.
yeah. I got Jalen Ramsey. I still think
Jalen
he's
Ramsey gave up 200 more yards than Trayvon Diggs
Yeah.
last year. So,
Let me look that up.
Interesting.
Really?
Interesting.
with that being said, with all the interceptions that Trayvon Diggs has, I'm sorry, he's better than Darius Slay. If we're going by that logic,
Yeah,
you guys
I
got
mean,
caught in the spider web there.
I get what you're saying, but I'd rather still take Darius Slay, someone that I can actually, depend on to lock somebody down. I understand what you're talking
But
about.
didn't Coach
Dante
Dante say he wasn't basing it?
Go for
like
it
when
again.
I based when I say my criteria, I based on the system, the coaching, and basically who's the better player, not just the stat not just the stat like that. Sometimes you gotta factor that in too. But like James Robinson, that dude is good enough to be a top 17 running back. And I put him in my top 20 because of the coaching. He didn't get enough carries last year for Jacksonville. The year before he had 1,000 yards, so he was underutilized more this year than last year. He was used a lot. So James Robinson is good enough to be a top 15 running back in this league for the Jaguars. It's just the coaching was bad for Jacksonville. That's what I based off of. That's what I based that off of to put him in my top 20, at least in my top 20.
Yo,
Not very
what's
good.
up? What's going on, Jeff?
How you guys doing today? How's everybody's Tuesday going?
It's going good. I'm gonna
It's
bring up my
Tuesday?
list again. Don't worry, I'm gonna bring up my list again. I just saw this on Twitter, and I thought this would be a good conversation piece.
Mhm.
So, Jeff, do you think Slay is better than Diggs?
Yes.
Coverage skills, yes. As a ball hawk, no.
No,
I think as a coverage cornerback, yes, he is. Because I don't know what Diggs is.
Yeah, I think Diggs is more like right now. I think maybe in the future he probably has more potential, but Slay is still better, bro. I don't want to hear that BS that Diggs is.
No, Diggs is really good.
Diggs
He's a
got a
ball
ton of
hawk.
potential. Diggs got a ton of
I
potential.
don't
He's
know.
Don't even
It's
try that,
close.
bro. Don't even try that, bro. Don't try that. Diggs is not better than Slay. I don't want to hear
Diggs is better than Slay.
that. No, he's not.
DPS, did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? Would you rather take Jalen Ramsey or Darius Slay? Okay, Ramsey
Yeah, he
gave
didn't
up
hear you.
200 more. Ramsey gave up 200 more yards than Trayvon Diggs did and had way more interceptions and pass defended. Ooh, caught in the spider web, huh? Burns.
Yeah, he's thinking now.
Yo, East Coast,
I'm
I
just
just gotta
putting it in
say, nice
perspective
shirt,
for
bro.
you.
I gotta say, nice shirt.
Oh, bro, I just got off work.
Nice shirt though. I like it.
Appreciate it.
I take Marlon Humphrey over Darius Slay. I'm not
Humphrey
afraid
over-
to say that.
I agree with that.
I take
I
Marlon
think-
Humphrey.
Yeah, I think Humphrey's more versatile than Slay.
I got Humphrey. I got Humphrey in my top 4, I believe.
And I'm about to make
I did
Dante
too.
smile. I think in not the distant future, I'm gonna take Stingley over Slay because I think Stingley's gonna be really good if he's healthy.
Let's see that smile, Dante.
Facts.
I gotta see on the field first. I ain't gonna get that excited. I gotta see on the field first. But
I
I
hear you on that one.
like I said, I love it though. I love it though. I think he can get.
I love Sauce.
Yeah. So, Jeff, let me pull this back up for you. That didn't get the chance to see it yet. Oh wait. Oh shoot. Look who's backstage. Hold on.
I still want to know why you had Kyler over Derek Carr, but that's just me.
Hey, Randall, I can't have
That
any more
second half
people.
collapsed.
Can I replace you real quick? All right, man.
He lost to the Lions.
Darius Slay. It's
Ah.
It's Slay. It's Slay. Not Darius.
No.
Oh, it's the
How dare you?
I forgot he doesn't like that name.
It's Slay. Not Darius.
Can't
What's up,
co-sign
Slay?
that.
Slut. It's just like,
I
damn.
told him, what's up, man?
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you.
Yes, sir. What's
No,
up, man?
y'all are crazy. It's Adoree Jackson. Adoree Jackson's the best cornerback.
Dory Jackson is a beast.
Yeah,
I like
Jackson,
Adoree
He's pretty
Jackson.
good.
Jackson was actually really good last year. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, what is all this hullabaloo about Slay? What's up, Mitch?
Because I brought up Brunson's tweet saying
Vince,
Darius
I
Slay is
got
better than
news for you.
Trayvon Diggs.
I got some news for you, my boy. The Sixers and the Suns are showing interest in trading for Eric Gordon. So come
I
on,
know that.
let me
I know
rob you.
that. We're going to be the
Robbie right
Philadelphia Rockets. We're
I
going to
gotta
be
say,
the Philadelphia Rockets or the Houston Sixers.
I got.
Hey, at least you'll have a team. My team doesn't even know if we're keeping Kyrie. We don't even know if Kyrie Irving's staying because he might be gone. They might not think about signing him to a long-term deal. So we might have nothing in Brooklyn.
I'm telling you, I think
That boy
Kyrie.
Joe funny as hell, bro.
I
That
think-
boy Joe fucking funny as hell.
I want Kyrie to
swear.
go to Clippers. I want Kyrie to go to the Clippers, low key.
Everyone got different opinions on Slay and Diggs. So
Well, I just ended the argument. Nobody can point out a better stat than what I did.
Well, I don't think Cool
All
Cat heard
because of
the
a tweet about Slay and Trayvon Diggs. Really?
Yeah, who's better to you? You said Darius Slay?
Big play, don't call him Darius Slay. Wow.
All right, let me ask you a question. Who's the best cornerback in the league?
yeah, I know what you're gonna bring up.
The one
Jalen
against
Ramsey,
the
right?
Rams. Jalen Ramsey.
Okay, Jalen Ramsey gave up 200 more yards than Trayvon Diggs, and Trayvon Diggs had better stats.
Wait,
By your
wait.
logic, Trayvon Diggs is better.
Wait,
Oh.
where would you rank? Where would you
I'm
rank?
I'm not gonna say a Cowboy player is better. I can't do that.
That's not good logic. That's not great criteria.
How do you think I feel? I got to pick between a Giant. I got to pick between an Eagle and a Cowboy. And I'm a Giant fan.
I can honestly say James Bradbury is probably better than Darius Slay by the statistics.
Are you more
Yeah, I'll say Jalen Ramsey. I'll say if I gotta choose, I'll choose Jalen Ramsey.
East Coast? Are you more about the numbers or are you more about the eye test? You're more about the numbers?
I don't care. Like Trayvon Diggs, you don't put up those stats without trying. He's a very high risk, high reward player, and he gave up less yardage than Jalen Ramsey did, and everybody considers him the overall #1 cornerback in the league.
I mean, he
Like,
is
that's
a Super
crazy.
Bowl
Beating the Super
champion.
Bowl.
That's
Based-
the difference.
based on-
Trayvon Diggs is not a Super Bowl champion. Jalen Ramsey is.
I don't care about Super Bowls or
and
All
Joe-
Pros or MVPs. I don't care about none of that stuff. That's
Joe
that's
Burrow
that's a
was
team
looking
sport.
If Joe Burrow saw him, Jamar Chase had Jalen Ramsey in his dust. So if Burrow saw him at the last second, that would have been a game-winning touchdown and Super Bowl win for the Bengals. Because that last play, Chase was at
I
least
don't-
10 yards ahead of him.
I don't consider team accolades in any
I don't
Any
never do
one
that
player
either, though.
statistics.
I don't really do that either. I don't do this.
It's a team sport.
Just because you got
That is not an
champions,
argument to me.
I don't really do that either. I don't.
So
really
you
do that.
really
That's-
believe Trayvon Diggs is the better cornerback?
I mean,
Absolutely.
It's his opinion, though. You can't.
Wow. I mean,
He caused more turnovers for his team and helped his team win more than anything. So
Let me
Dude,
get you a
I'm-
Cowboy
that's
fan.
more
on.
valuable.
You a Cowboy fan?
I'm a Jaguars fan.
Oh, I was about to say.
He knows about Jalen Ramsey. That
Yeah.
boy's
I'm a
playing
Florida
us
State
in my
fan.
heart.
Yeah, I know a lot about Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, he
You
knows
gotta-
all about Jalen Ramsey.
You got to remember, he actually knows Trayvon Diggs too. Like he knew him.
Yeah.
The other guys
That has
like
no
Major
bias.
Boye.
That has
has
no
no
bias with this because
bias anyway.
if he was trash, I would say he's ass too. But
No, I mean, East Coast is that guy. If he sees him face to face, he's gonna go, "You're trash." Like, I really believe that.
I would never tell another NFL player that he's trash ever. Over here, if we're talking about stats
Well, I
and
would
stuff
tell
compared
Daniel
to other
Jones
players,
he's
I would never
trash.
say that.
I
I
would
don't
tell
think Daniel Jones is
he's
trash either. Man, that dude never got a chance. He's throwing at the dude, the bagger at Walmart every freaking
Yo,
weekend.
guess who was the only one defending Daniel Jones the entire offseason last year? Me. I was the only one.
You said Daniel Jones is
I
better
was
than
Me.
one
Jalen
of
Hurts.
12 people. I was the only one defending him. It was like 16 people versus one person. Only me. That's it. I was
Yeah,
the only one defending him.
and we still
I
give
put
you
it like
crap.
this: you put Daniel Jones on Carolina or on the Broncos, they're a playoff team. I believe that to my core.
Wait.
Oh, Carolina.
You see, there are those people out there that do like Daniel Jones. There aren't everybody that hates Daniel Jones.
I had to
There are
look at the
smooth
whole
people.
situation. People
Yeah.
want to bring Super Bowls and MVPs and all their stuff into their
really
argument.
got
I'm looking at the
MVP.
full globe, the whole world around this guy. This dude has nothing but hurt players and a terrible offensive line outside of Andrew Thomas and a
And Jason
terrible
Garrett.
coach for years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey
It's-
guys, go subscribe
you,
to my
Juice.
guy Jeff. Juice put his link there. Go subscribe to Cool Cat Connor. His link is right
Hey,
there.
Jeff,
My brother.
You a Mets fan?
Yes, I am.
With my Astros play y'all today. We got the 2-game series. We played New York for the next 2 weeks.
Oh really?
Yup.
Yeah, you guys might miss Jeff McNeil because he's going to probably be out this series, but thankfully he's not going to be out long term. So that's at least a nice relief.
He's
I love
Here's
that.
Coach Dante's link. If you want to give him a subscribe.
We don't do
said
the best against bad teams.
you
We don't
said
do
you
the
think
best.
Slay's top 10. So where would you rank him in the top?
I see what you did there, Dante. I see what
What?
you did. Bad teams. Bad teams.
No, I ain't talking about. I think the Mets are a very good team. No, I'm talking about we don't.
I know.
play
I'm just messing with you. I'm just
Yeah,
messing
we don't
with
play
you.
well against teams.
Positive Philly. Maybe not tonight. I'm about to end this in like 5-10 minutes. Yo. Birdman
Coach
951 was
Okay.
good.
Every time I jump into somebody's live, they never have legitimate arguments to anything.
He can be.
Outside of a
He
couple
stays
people.
healthy.
So,
He can be.
all right,
just-
man.
I'm
I just
just-
wanted to drop in and talk about Slay. So I'll catch up on the flip side. Bye,
All
Slay.
right, man. All right. And Positive Philly.
Yeah, but
Here
where would
you
you
go.
rank, where would you rank Slay though, ECG?
He's probably a 10.
I could respect that.
I rank them.
Who's
He's
listening
top
to
10
your
for
top
sure.
10?
I have
Who's
my.
you guys
I would
listening to
say,
your top 10?
I would say Slay is for me. He's like 6 or 7.
I
He's
had him
like
8. I had him about 8 or 7, I believe.
I'll tell you,
Positive Philly a little bit.
I'll tell you every corner I have over him.
Mhm.
Ramsey, I have over him. I got Jair definitely over him.
Marlon
Marlon
Humphrey.
Humphrey's a better overall player.
I got
think
Marlon Humphrey like at 4. I gotta look at my list. Go back.
Did you put
Stephon
Pat
Gilmore,
Surtain?
Tre'Davious White.
Huh?
Would you put
Yeah.
Pat
Denzel
Surtain
Ward?
up there?
I think
No, I
you
didn't
could say
put Pat
Gilmore.
Surtain up there.
I think Gilmore
ain't
is
put him up
good.
there.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I think
my
he's probably like in the
32
top
quarterback is
15.
Sam
He's
Darnold.
good.
I agree.
I'm
Here's
gonna
I'm a
say
good. I'm a big
Here's,
Patrick Surtain fan.
Slay's link. Thank you, Juice.
Tre'Davious
Up there,
White,
up
JC
next year,
JC
he's gonna be in the
Jackson,
top. He's gonna be in the top 15. Patrick
Yeah,
Surtain is
JC
gonna be in the
Jackson.
top 15 next year.
I think, bro, I agree with ECG, bro. Patrick Surtain needs to move to safety, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
He's a big kid, man. He's a big boy. He can move. He would definitely be Charles Woodson type by moving to safety later on in his career. Once he
He's
slows
like,
down a little
The thing
bit.
with him though, like he's not like a complete lockdown though. Like he's a guy that'll like just like he'll get his like picks and like his like game breaking games, but he'll have those games where he'll like get beat here and there, but he ain't like a
Yeah.
complete lockdown.
Where would Asante Samuel Jr. be ranked?
Top 15.
I put him below his teammate though, J.C. Jackson.
I'll put
Jackson's
him
higher than
top
him.
15 next
You're
year.
trying to be like me.
Top 15 next year.
Bro, let me tell you, I called that with Asante Samuel Jr. And people are like, you're a Florida State homer. I'm like, bro, that kid is good, man. That kid is good. I watch him every freaking Saturday. That kid is good.
The Eagles.
And then when he went to the Chargers, I was like, hell yeah, he's going to thrive there. And what did he do? Teamed up with his old teammate and Derwin James, and they started going off last year.
Yeah, so I
That's
would
insane.
And now they got another top cornerback in their secondary with them, so it's only. Gonna
And he
make them
gets to
even
learn
better.
from him.
Exactly.
And he gets to learn from him. That's crazy.
yeah, so I'd have Slay at like 6 or 7. for sure.
They're going to be good this year, man. They're going to surprise a lot of people.
Who? The Chargers?
Who?
Yeah, the Chargers, I think.
Chargers are my Super Bowl pick. I'm telling you right now. Them in Minnesota.
Buffalo.
Minnesota. Wow.
I got
It's
Minnesota.
not. It's not too crazy when you look at it.
Yeah, ACG's
not.
on
No,
Minnesota
mine's the Rams.
bandwagon. I think
I
they're
got
gonna be good
Minnesota
too.
in a wild card spot. The only reason,
Mm.
man, is just that goddamn fucking defense, bro.
Yo,
How they
listen,
played last year for Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins can have the best year overall.
But they got
I
better
think
though. They got better.
Huh?
They got
Philadelphia and
They
Buffalo.
got better on defense though.
I think they
but
lost.
They were terrible on defense last year. They were
It's
They
not
didn't have
even
Danielle Hunter.
Pittsburgh Bills,
Danielle Hunter
dude.
on that defensive line hurt them big time, and now he's back, and you got Zadarius Smith opposite him, so you got
Oh,
your
no,
two
yeah,
pass
yeah.
rushers. You got your two
Dalvin-
edge rushers right there.
What about Dalvin Tomlinson?
And you got the former Giant Dalvin Tomlinson, who all he
And
does
Eric
is just eat up
Kendricks.
the middle.
Eric-
Exactly.
yeah.
I had Eric Kendricks in my top 4, and Dalvin Tomlinson was on my top 25.
Ryan
Dalvin Tomlinson
Osborne,
was on my top 25.
Andrew Booth Jr. Andrew Booth.
And
Andrew
on
Booth?
offense, if you can get a healthy Adam Thielen back, who that guy is a 1,000-yard receiver if he's healthy,
That
and you got
guy's
him Justin
done.
Jefferson, and you still got Dalvin Cook. I mean, their offense should be pretty good as long as Cousins doesn't, what the
Yeah,
don't
you
want
know-
the bed.
You know who else doesn't talk about this player, man? They don't talk about this kid enough. You could put him in the top 15 cornerbacks too. Cam Dantzler, bro.
Mm.
Cameron Dantzler is, dude, he plays like a safety. He's
Yeah.
crazy. Why is Birdman laughing at the Chargers, bro? Let's go down a list of players. Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, Asante Samuel Jr., Derwin James, J.C. Jackson, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert, Austin
Rashawn
Eckler. Like,
Slater.
dude, Rashawn Slater.
Herbert's
Zion
my pick
Johnson.
for MVP this year. Herbert's my pick for MVP this year.
What about Jerry?
That team is ready to win, bro.
Herbert's
Like,
my pick for MVP. I got them in the Super Bowl against the Rams.
What about Jerry Tillery? Wow, why does no one talk about
Me
Jerry
too.
Tillery?
mhm.
Can you imagine if it's actually both LA teams in the Super Bowl?
I
It's
got
possible.
I
It
got
is. That's my pick.
Yeah, I got to be in Buffalo versus the Rams. To be honest,
I had the Buffalo and the Buccaneers last year.
I don't care where they play the Super Bowl.
Whoa.
Both of them in the Super Bowl. They got to make an exception, have them both play at home, yo.
Philadelphia and Buffalo. Unfortunately, Buffalo wins.
telling you,
Wait,
man.
where's the Super Bowl going to be this year? In LA?
LA.
Oh, wow.
LA, I believe. Yeah.
Buffalo. I'm-
Wait, Super Bowl's back in
No,
LA
it's in
again?
Vegas. Is it Vegas?
I was in
Arizona.
Vegas.
It's in Vegas. It's in
Yeah,
Vegas.
Yeah.
Is
Oh.
it really that far-fetched to think that the Raiders can maybe make the Super Bowl? Because they're ready-made to win with that team they put together as well. They're good.
Anyone
That
in the
Raiders team is
NFC
gonna
Super
be
Bowl's
good.
in Arizona. Super Bowl's in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Anyone in the AFC West can make the
Make
Super Bowl. I'm not sure about
Yo,
the
what's
Denver
Birdman?
Broncos.
Like,
What type
you go
of-
back to Jeff
Birdman,
logic.
what type of
it said-
logic is that, man? Why are you using something from last year, Birdman? Like
You go
bro,
back. You go
listen,
back to what Jeff and
Bro, I'm so done, bro. Stop talking about last year. I don't care. Like the strength of schedule bullshit too. I don't care about any of that.
Eagles
What are they
and
gonna
Bills
do
in
this
the
year?
Super Bowl, y'all.
Who?
Philadelphia and Buffalo.
Yo, Birdman, can
Unfortunately,
I
we're
ask
gonna
you a
lose.
question, Birdman? Do you think the Eagles are better?
We're not going to Super Bowl this year. Maybe next
Yo,
year, but not this year.
I'm just gonna ask him. Do you think Birdman? Do you think the Eagles are better than the Chargers? I just want to know. Like,
No.
Oh, he's
Probably.
one of those realistic
His
His
fans.
name is Birdman, yo.
I
Chargers
truly
are better.
just wanna- I feel like he's gonna say the Eagles. I don't know.
If,
No.
Coach, what were you saying before?
No, I was gonna say you and ECG logic on is not far off of the Minnesota Vikings. Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen had 20 touchdowns combined.
This is a
last
good
year.
signing right here.
20 touchdowns
Thank you.
combined last year. They had 20
Mhm.
touchdowns combined last year.
Adam
Tennessee-
Thielen is the secret weapon to that offense, bro. That dude catches touchdowns after touchdown after touchdown every single year.
People are written them
Nobody
off.
talks about it.
And you
They're
know,
written
I
Why
don't
didn't
think
Marcus
he
get
has it
hurt?
anymore, bro.
you know another player that got opened
No, I
up
think
in
he
that
still does.
offense? KJ Osborne.
Who's that?
KJ
Osborne's not
Osborne,
a bad
yeah.
third. He's not a bad third.
KJ Osborne is awesome, man.
I like Osborne.
That team is stacked, man. I'm telling you. They're going to shock the world, man. People are going to be like, what? Just listen.
If Danielle Hunter and Zadarius Smith can be healthy and play up to their potential, those two at the defensive line are beasts. They're going to be racking up sacks on each side of that defensive line. They're going to be trying to see who could out-sack the other. Like, that's how good both of them are when they're healthy. It's only going to help their secondary. And if you can get a healthy Adam Thielen, people forget just how good this guy was. He was averaging, 70, 80, even close to 90 catches, close to about 10, 11, 12 touchdowns a year, and over 12, 13, 1,400 yards. That's how good Adam Thielen was every single year consistently. And you got Justin Jefferson, who's emerged himself as a top 5 receiver in the NFL. And Dalvin Cook, when he's healthy, we all know what that guy can do. It's really all on that offensive line. If they can continually play consistent on that part of the offense, as well as if Kirk Cousins doesn't find a way to just revert some ways back to the old Kirk Cousins where he starts turning the ball over too much and can't make the clutch play when it's there. But that offense is set up where they can be a threat in the NFC, especially with the NFC's wide open because besides the Rams, the Packers, and the Bucks, are there really any surefire teams you could say they're going to go in there and they're just going to automatically get a high seed? You don't know. It's just such a crapshoot. Even the Eagles, which a lot of Eagles fans are saying they're going to go pretty far this year. Even their crapshoot. I mean, you just don't know because of Jalen Hurts.
I really don't.
It's
gotta
so
say
wide
something.
open in the NFC.
To be naive to think that Philadelphia is going to mesh well together this year alone it's not logical. Look at the history of all these. Like, you can't create a super team in the NFL. It never happens.
2011
It never happens.
ECG. 2011
Yo,
Eagles did that and still happened.
Bro, and we were not gonna beat the Chargers, bro. Justin Herbert literally he took a sit back on our defense. Dog. He literally just sat there and just
Dude, we could have beaten the Chargers last year, bro.
Hey,
No,
you
no,
know,
we could not.
Are you kidding me?
No,
You know-
we could not, bro. Justin Herbert was running laps.
you
around
know the
our
moment that I knew
Bro,
the
they
Eagles
beat
were
us.
losing that game. You know that
They beat us by a field goal, bro.
defense. But look at what the rest of the game held, bro. We weren't in that game until like the last quarter.
you know
Here's my list, guys. And I'm gonna be on my dinner's getting cold. So we're just gonna be here for like another 5 minutes. I want to eat my tacos.
You know,
It's
the
Taco
moment
Tuesday.
that I knew that the Eagles were losing that game against the Chargers, the moment they scored, they went down the field 99 yards. 99 yards. That's when I knew.
Who?
I said the Eagles
99
were losing the
what?
game. Do you remember when the first beginning of the game, the Eagles punt the ball and the Chargers started off at the 1 yard line? They
Yes.
went 99 yards down the field, touchdown. I knew the Eagles were losing the game. I say this.
Wait, timeout. There's some. I gotta look at that list towards the bottom again. I'm sorry. I gotta look. Let me look at the bottom of that list. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you're putting
What?
Trey Lance over Daniel Jones. I'm sorry. Trey Lance hasn't done a damn thing in the NFL yet, and Daniel Jones has shown more than what Trey Lance has. Put him above Trey Lance. I'm sorry. Even Trevor Lawrence, Daniel Jones has done more than Trevor Lawrence.
Slay, you
Justin
solved
Fields
it.
too. I'm sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
cool with
you
this list
solved
for the
it.
most part.
I didn't
I'm cool
see
with
the
Daniel
bottom.
Jones getting
Slay, I
wildly
told you the
disrespected
bottom.
in a way.
I wasn't paying attention to your bottom. I was
Hey,
looking-
Slay, I was like,
I'm
here's
not
my
saying
bottom.
put Daniel Jones in like the top 10, but this guy is not that low compared to some of the other quarterbacks on this list. Daniel Jones is closer to at least the 20 than he is closer to 32. Come on, you got to give the guy some respect. I mean,
The
he's
dude-
not that bad.
The two that got me going wild here, to be honest, Mitch. Ryan Tannehill at 22, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And number 13 with Derek Carr.
Hey,
At least I didn't have golf in 19. All right.
This man.
I don't like what Matt Ryan is at either though. But like I said,
Matt Ryan is way too low too.
yo,
He should be
I don't
top
like-
15.
Yeah, he should be
I think
higher.
He should be over them. He should
Nah.
be
Again.
You have Matt Ryan below.
Look at the team he's on.
Talking about lower
You know what's
18?
crazy? You know,
2
what's
at
crazy?
18?
Mitch.
What?
Mitch.
You used
This
to-
is my
you used to
first
say that
time
man
making a
sucked,
list.
though.
This is my first time. I told you guys in the beginning. I'm gonna do one each year. I'm doing running backs next. I'm doing wide
I
receivers next.
understand.
You got
Matt
Kyler-
Ryan at least
Hold up,
13,
hold up,
14.
hold up.
Matt
This
Ryan at
man,
least 13,
this man
14.
got
Guys,
Kyler
like-
Murray over Russell Wilson. What the hell? You got
So,
Kyler Murray
Mitch,
over-
let me ask you that after week 10, that collapse with Kyler Murray doesn't put him outside of the top 15
I got him
because
15.
he
I got
shit
him
the
15,
bed.
16.
He
I got
did.
him 15,
He
I
16.
mean,
did.
it was
That's why
like
I didn't
it
have
was
him
like
in
a
my top
plane
10.
crash.
When Hopkins got hurt, and he was out, Kyler Murray was dropping. He had nothing.
was
just
doo-doo
didn't have his number
berries.
one out there. He didn't have
Yeah.
his
He
number
was
one
ass
out there,
cheeks.
so he
He
couldn't
was
do
ass
nothing out
cheeks.
there.
That boy was doo-doo berries,
Exactly.
yo.
You're right,
He
Dante.
was
And
ass
ECG, he was ass
He
cheeks.
looking lost.
He
I'm
was.
sorry.
He was.
Are you guys honestly telling me that Daniel Jones is the 29th best quarterback in the NFL? I'm not trying to be a
No,
Daniel
I-
Jones
I didn't
homer,
put him-
but that's
I
a
didn't
little
put Daniel
ridiculous.
Jones- I didn't put him that low.
He's
I put him-
closer to
I think I
20
got
than
him
he is
higher than
29.
that. I
Wait,
got him-
Dante, where'd you put Daniel Jones at?
29.
I gotta go back. I gotta go back and see, but I didn't put him at nowhere no 25.
He's better than Trevor Lawrence. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
I didn't
Trevor
put him nowhere
Lawrence
else.
is
I'm not gonna
good,
put
bro.
like
Listen,
Trevor Lawrence, and Justin Fields. I'm not gonna disrespect Daniel Jones like that. I'm not gonna put him nowhere. Out of on those reaches. He already played half a season and saw and did well in his performance that he got out there. And Justin Fields, they only played kind of like 1 year. They only played like one season, and haven't done good. And didn't even do good. Great. Didn't
I'm not
even do
taking
great.
too low over him, too.
I can see why you put Davis
Exactly.
Mills because he had a better season than all of them.
No,
those
you're right.
quarterbacks.
You're
Here's
right.
what I'm gonna say about Daniel Jones. If he doesn't have if the Giants don't get, I'd say 6 or more wins this year, and he doesn't play good, they
Oh,
got
he's out of
no
here. You're right.
Yeah,
You're
he's
absolutely
more
right.
wins for the Giants, and they're done.
He's gone. He's
And I
gone.
would,
But
and I would
he'll
say
go somewhere and do good. That's what'll
probably
happen.
could.
I-
And positive. I'll even say the same thing about your guy, Jalen Hurts. If Hurts can't do well with everything around him, he's gone too.
I can
Because
say the same
everything
thing
is
about
around
Davis
him to
Mills.
I
succeed.
said that from the beginning. I said
I
that
can
from
say the
like
same thing
a
about
year
Davis
ago
Mills.
about
He's
Jalen
a third
Hurts.
round pick. Davis Mills a third
I-
round pick.
Dude,
If
Hurts
he
has
shits the
no
bed, we
excuses.
got three
I
first
hope-
round picks. We
He has
get another
no
quarterback.
excuses.
Wait, Slay, what?
I think with your team, Dante, I think Mills will get a little bit more of a longer leash because he is a third round pick, whereas Hurts is in a perfect situation around a team that could be
Yep.
could be a divisional winner, and Daniel Jones is a number 6 pick with all these
Yep.
players and a better offensive line and scheme around him. I think Mills will get at least a little bit more of a longer leash because it's also a new coaching staff. But Daniel Jones, Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, some of these quarterbacks, maybe even a Justin Fields, these guys are on their last legs. And it's even crazy for me to say Justin Fields, but
I
it's a
wouldn't
new
say-
coaching staff over there. That guy's got nothing. He's got what does he have in Chicago right now? Besides Darnell Mooney and maybe Montgomery.
He didn't
New
even have an
coaching
offensive
staff?
line. He didn't even have an
No, he
offensive
still
line.
doesn't. He still
Khalil
doesn't.
Herbert.
And
Willis Jones.
yeah, he hasn't had Jenkins, the guy that they got in the first round. He barely played last year, and when he did, he wasn't that good. So I feel bad for Justin Fields because I mean this guy might struggle this year unless he could somehow pull out a Superman cape out of it on his back because he's got really no help there. So, I mean, I'm not saying Daniel Jones is an MVP. I'm not saying Daniel
No.
Jones is going to go out there and turn into like
Jeffrey
Josh
is not.
Allen or anything.
Not like
Yo,
that.
yo, but Birdman, give me your reason why you think Daniel Jones is so bad. Because all I hear is Skip Bayless talk, man. Like with everybody that keeps talking about Daniel Jones, the dude has not had a consistent weapon on that team since he's been on that freaking team. And the games that he
Right.
does well in is very reminiscent of how well that Mitch Trubisky did with the Bears. It comes down to coaching staff. It comes down to the availability of your players. I'm realistic. I'm not going to put this dude aside like he's complete trash when he's not. Yeah, I got to look
Right.
at the whole freaking picture, man. Like, give me some criteria. Why? Everybody in the chat, if you think Daniel Jones is bad, give me the criteria why. Because I just gave you mine. Like, it's ridiculous.
Well,
Like,
It's because
And he
Daniel
hold
Jones.
up,
because
hold up. He didn't have no offensive line. He didn't have no receivers. His
He
best
had
receiver.
Nate Solder as his right tackle. Nate Solder and Matt Peart. I don't know if you guys
Really
watched that
stupid.
offensive line with Nate Solder and Matt Peart as his offensive tackles. He had Billy freaking Price as his center. Will Hernandez, who is he's so bad. Any one of us, Slay, can go past him. He's so slow. Their offensive line was trash, and the only guy that was good he had issues with his injury. I know it's no excuses, Birdman. I get it. It's the NFL. It's just the way it is. It's the same thing with your quarterback, Jalen Hurts. No excuses. But at the same
No,
time,
yeah. He's one of the
Daniel
most.
Jones has not been
He's
dealt with
one
the
of the
best
most
hand.
critical of Jalen Hurts. He's one
Yeah.
of the most
No,
critical.
And that's
I'm
fine. I
trying to
respect
pick
that. I respect that. I'm
Hold
sure
up, hold
ECG is going to be critical of Trevor Lawrence too, because that's his quarterback. Even though, he hasn't had the best of all things too. But it's, every fan is going to be critical of their quarterback in a way, fair or not fair. But you have to give a realistic take too, and not just completely pile on because of what you see.
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts
and
is
I
a
mean,
choke artist, too.
people are critical of Jalen Hurts as well. But Jalen Hurts started 4 games that season with Doug Peterson with a crumbling team. So I had to totally wipe out that first year. I have to give players legitimately 3 years. This is why I didn't like Sam Darnold going to Carolina, and everybody's like, oh my God, bro, he's going to do well. And he shit the bed there too. Like, you get 3 years with me. This year is legitimately Jalen Hurts' first year with a brand new coach with doing well. Last year, to me, with Nick Sirianni's offense, when you really look at it and break down the tape, for all the Eagles fans out there, 25 times under center does not give you any variety on your offense. If you're running RPO schemes and doing play action passing every single time, if I was a defensive coordinator, I'd eat y'all ass up too. I know exactly how to scheme around that. This is Jalen Hurts' legitimately first year. This is where you guys should be super critical of everything that goes on. But if you got to look at the full picture, Nick Sirianni is an ass play caller. That's why he handed the reins off to, what's his name, Jonathan Gannon? Like, it's
James
yeah,
Dyson.
Shane Steichen. Yeah, come on, man. Like,
I wanted Shane Steichen to call the plays from the beginning of last year.
And bro, we had Jason Garrett. Come on, you see what Jason Garrett plays he was calling for the New York Giants. I mean, he was calling he was calling quarterback sneaks. Joe Judge is one of the most conservative coaches in the NFL with how he wants to run his offense.
The way, you know what, Jeff? I agree with you on that. But the way y'all look after, but when he got fired, I already kept Jason Garrett to do all that, and Freddie Kitchens. I already kept Jason Garrett.
One point I just want to make
as offensive coordinator.
One point I just want to make real quick is I feel like I don't really think Daniel Jones is really gonna like elevate the team to like a high extent, but I'm not gonna say he's a complete terrible quarterback. I think if his ceiling, like if I were to say his ceiling, I would say he's like where he could probably be like where Kirk is at right now. To be honest, like he could be around there. I think if you gave him a complete team around him, he has the deep ball, he has everything in his his toolbox, and he has all the physical talents out there. He's got a really good arm. So if you put a good team around him, like let's say the Panthers, as ECG pointed out earlier, you have a improved offensive line, and you have playmakers around him, plus a really good defense. And
I can understand where he could be in it. I'm sorry, Slay. Finish your point. Then I just want to just get this last little overview before I end my point on the whole DJ thing. Go ahead, Slay.
I was just gonna say I feel like he could be a top 15 quarterback if you gave him a full team around him. That actually is pretty good. Like he's not gonna be like the biggest reason to why the team is elevated, but he'll be a big factor to why you do well in some of those games though.
Yeah, there's just one comment I just want to bring up real quick. This was from the beginning of the stream when I started, and this got me baffled.
What?
Right here.
That's smoke screen. That's what you call a smoke screen, bro. I don't pay attention to that. That's I don't. I'm sorry, bro. That's dumb.
I'm totally flabbergasted why somebody would put Deshaun Watson in their top 20. Take all the off the field stuff. In 2020, he was the best quarterback in the NFL, and it was not damn close. The only reason he didn't win MVP is because the Texans won 4 games that year.
Man, we see this. This another logic I want to bring up. Everybody look at the 4 wins. Just look at the Chargers. What's the reason they didn't make the playoffs? How can you win?
Head out, bro.
How can you win if your defense ranked 29th in the National Football League? How can you win football games if your defense consistently getting scored on while your offense consistently scoring on their defense and your defense study giving the game away every single time? That's part of the reason why the Vikings wasn't good. Their defense was ranked 25th in the National Football League last year, and we need to stop doing that logic and holding these quarterbacks when these quarterbacks playing so much good football and playing like an MVP damn candidate. You expect them to go out there and play on the defensive side of the ball too. You expect them to go make every tackle. You expect him to go cover somebody when their defense is not doing their damn job. The Texans lost 8 close games in 2020. 2 of them was fumbled away against the Indianapolis Colts. 1 of them was fumbled by the goal line against the Vikings, and 2 of them was gave away by Tennessee when we lost.
I don't care what anyone says, bro. Any man that gets kicked in their face and still throws a touchdown, I consider good. I don't care what it takes, bro. If you get kicked in the eye, bro, if you legitimately get kicked in the eye,
the Chargers last year was last in the run, and they was 28th overall defensively. Defensively, they were 28th overall. They were the worst 4th down team in the National Football League last year. But guess Coach, nobody looks at the defensive side of the ball like that.
Coach, remember we were the only 2 people that actually defended him last offseason, Coach.
You said what?
Me and you, only ones that defended Deshaun.
Hey, like I say, man.
He's talent-wise, he's a top 10 quarterback. Talent-wise, he's top 10 easily. There's not a lot of quarterbacks that possess the physical abilities of Deshaun Watson.
If he's on the field, I have him over Lamar Jackson. And I had him over Josh Allen because he beat Josh Allen in a head-to-head playoff game. In a head-to-head playoff game, he beat Josh Allen.
I agree with you. I'd have him over Jackson. I don't know if I put him over Josh Allen yet because he hasn't played in about a year and a half.
It can go either way. It can go either way, but I put him over Josh Allen because he beat Josh Allen in a head-to-head playoff.
He's not better than Allen.
I put him over Josh Allen. It's an argument that I can make.
Coach, you're putting Deshaun over Josh Allen?
Like if he was on the field, I put him over Josh Allen.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that, and here's why.
Put him
Go
on
look
tape.
at the way that Josh Allen starts every freaking season. It's
Yep.
super slow, averaging 5.5 yards a catch or 5 yards of reception. Like he's like super duper slow. Deshaun Watson is like consistent
Consistent throughout
every
the
single
entire
game.
This dude come
You
out
know
of
what
the
I'm saying?
gate. Come out of the
I
gate.
think
Come out of the gate.
I
They-
Look,
said-
I'm
they-
curious to see what Josh
Down the
Allen.
field. Against
How
the
is Josh
Jaguars,
Allen going to look?
Huh? Go ahead.
How is
Jeff.
Josh Allen going to look this year at the beginning of the season without his quarterbacks coach Shea Tierney there and without Brian Dable running that offense? Because they
He'll
have
look good.
Ken
He'll
Dorsey
still
that's going to be
look
running the
good
offense
because-
instead.
Yeah, Dorsey runs the same offense basically, and you got guys like Gabriel Davis and Stephon Diggs and Dawson Knox. I still think he's gonna be good. It's just that.
Hey, what's up, Philly halftime? Thank you for popping in, man. Really appreciate
and-
it.
By the way,
How you
Coach,
doing, Philly?
I said Deshaun Watson was better than Allen last offseason, but not right now. I think Allen's better. But when you're
Yeah, I
going
think
on-
Allen is better because
I think
has
Watson's
really
a
not
better
good.
player on the field, to be honest.
Yep. And
Yeah,
the only,
Josh
like,
Allen is better.
speaking of what ECG said, when Tom Savage started that Jacksonville game and we couldn't, that was opening day, we couldn't get nothing going. So Bill O'Brien took him out and Watson just like that down the field. We didn't win the game, but just like that, Watson took him down the field when we had nothing going to score a touchdown. Took them right down the field. So that means
Slay?
elevated the guy.
Slay?
and moved.
Hold on, I gotta show this. I'm sorry. Hold up.
Yeah, I know. Don't show it, Logan. I don't even show
Why?
it. Logan,
Yeah, I
always
just saw
do
it too. That's
that.
hilarious.
Logan always,
My man always catches
Bro,
you off
that's-
guard, bro.
that was my reaction to you saying Kyler is better than Derek Carr and Russell Wilson. That's why. I did
Wait,
that.
he was watching this?
No, Logan was watching the stream and he screenshotted that.
Oh, Logan, what the hell? You didn't even say hi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, so here's the other thing. This is why I wanted people to do 40 and not 32. Because I could tell you what, there's a quarterback that I put on my list who I think could be a legitimate somewhere.
What? Say that again.
There's a
There's
quarterback
a-
on my list that I think could be a legitimate starter somewhere. It could be a 32 starting quarterback.
And who is that, sir?
Tyler Huntley.
Ah, let's get
I wish
it.
that damn dude could have changed.
Yes,
I
let's
wish
get
that
See
dude
it.
could change, bro. I swear
I could see it.
Yo,
He's
Yo,
legit,
Played
man.
well for Baltimore.
Yep.
He's
let's
legit.
I wish him, and I wish PJ
Yo.
Walker could get an opportunity.
Let's
I
get
didn't
it.
think PJ Walker was that bad against Carolina.
Yo,
When he
thank
let
God
them
I'm not the only one, bro.
beat the Arizona Cardinals, beat the Arizona Cardinals. I wanted to see them two dudes get a shot, bro.
Yo, I thought
Well-
I was the only one that thought that.
No, you're not the only one. This is I think 40 gives you more variety too, because people do 32, but it's easy just to rank the starting
Kyle
32
Trask?
quarterbacks. But if
He's good. I
you do
like
40,
Hmm.
you can actually move people that are legitimate starters. Like I still think Baker Mayfield is a legitimate starter. He's my 32 quarterback on my list. He can go somewhere if he goes to the right system. He'll be good. But I have Tyler Huntley right above him at 31. I think
Alright.
Tyler Huntley's that damn good.
To get back quickly to the Watson thing, I know you guys probably all went over it earlier about Watson now being acquitted of the 20 of the 24 cases, and that
No, we
it's
didn't even talk
probably
about that
looking
at all.
like that he's gonna. What do you think? You think he's gonna definitely play this year, this season?
Mhm.
I don't think.
Like in your opinion, you think he'll?
I don't think
I
so.
don't really think so. I don't think he would.
Yeah.
To be
I don't
honest.
think he will.
I
Yeah,
think he's gonna get
I-
suspended at least 8 to 12 games.
He's gonna get suspended for the whole season, and here's
Yeah, I
why.
think
Because
they-
whenever you do a settlement, that means that something was done wrong. That means you're just kind of giving in to all the claims. And now that bubble's there, and even with the persona of like there's 60 different people that are come out, so allegedly have come out and said something about this, like the NFL is going to be like, no, we can't have this dude in our league, man, representing us. Like they're going to come down with it. They'll probably suspend him this season and probably 4 games as principal for next season. I would not be surprised if I seen something like that.
You think?
And you'll
Goodell's
probably
got
see
the
Deshaun
guts
Watson
to do that?
retire.
Yep.
hmm Or if Roger Goodell had the balls enough to suspend Tom Brady for 4 games and not prove that he actually did something, yeah, he definitely has the balls for that too. And he's seen how that turned
So-
out. Tom Brady went and won a Super Bowl.
So if you think that's going to happen, do you think Baker Mayfield is going to somehow stay with the Browns because they're going to need a quarterback? Or do you think they're going to give it to Jacoby
They-
Brissett?
They
He
burnt
already
that
said
bridge a long time ago. I wouldn't want to play for him either. I mean, to be honest, if I was in Baker's situation, I'd be like, man, F y'all. Let me go somewhere else. Let me go somewhere else where I can go succeed. Like,
I
y'all
wouldn't be
don't
Seattle.
care.
surprised if he got out there. If it got to the point, if
I
he
can
had
see
to
Matt
get out there,
Corral
he
being the
started
quarterback.
games.
I can see
He
that.
started throwing games. I wouldn't be
He
surprised.
will. He will be the Panthers quarterback.
I would not be surprised.
Will Kenny Pickett be the
Well, I
quarterback
think,
for the Steelers?
No, he
No.
won't. He won't.
Well, I think it came out that Ritter is going to be competing with Mariota in training camp because that quarterback position is
Atlanta.
not completely sewed in for
Ritter?
Mariota.
Yeah,
So
I
Ritter in
think
Atlanta
I
is
like
going to be
that.
competing
No.
with. It's going to be competing for that starting job with Mariota.
Mariota's gonna beat him for sure.
He might, but I could see it being very open because Mariota is no sure thing, and there's no reason to think why a guy like Ritter with the perfect opportunity and that team clearly rebuilding that he can't win that quarterback spot, and they want to get that first year of his quarterback season going and just see what he can do in his rookie season, get him some experience.
Hey, I want a quarterback named
Mariota
James
was one of
Bond
my
too.
favorite quarterbacks. Mariota was one of my favorite quarterbacks since he was at college. I actually wanted the Eagles to take him in the 2015
Yeah, but he's
class.
just a placeholder. He's good for his skill set. He's just a placeholder.
Yeah,
though.
he's got running skills. He can throw. I think he's got a very underrated arm. I feel like people like just shit on his arm.
Do you think they took Pickett and Corral over Malik Willis? You guys think that was a mistake?
Bro,
But I hate Malik Willis, to be honest.
I never got the Malik Willis hype. I'm sorry.
Dude, you transfer out of Auburn and you go to a smaller school. Like, usually people transfer out like almost subpar going to another school, but he went out, got a hall pass. No other team wanted him in a transfer portal, so Liberty picked him up because he didn't want to have this competition with Bo Nix, and Bo Nix wasn't like the all-time fantastic. So if he was that great, he could have won the starting job. That's number one. Number two, you played Matt Corral when that Ole Miss game came up, and you look like complete trash against a team that was better than you. So I don't see this big persona around like Malik Willis outside of him having a big arm. And I'll say this, for everybody out there that keeps watching highlights of these dudes making passes and practice, like, I'm sorry, if you're an NFL quarterback or if you're getting drafted, you should be able to do that shit every single day. Like, I'm not making an exception just because you want to put it on a highlight. But yeah, I think Matt Corral will be the starting quarterback. And to answer your question, Florida Bull, Pittsburgh making a mistake taking Pickett over Corral. Pickett was never going to be the starter in Pittsburgh, and here's why. Because that's a Pittsburgh kid. They picked him to be the third stringer on that team because he's not going to start over Mason Rudolph. He's going to be the third stringer, and that's just going to sell jerseys for them. You got to that type of aspect. This is the entertainment business, man. They're here to make money. You can't put that aside.
Only way that kid's playing.
That's an easy money grab.
Only way that kid's playing is if he just is like all world and the other two quarterbacks suck ass, or if the other two quarterbacks get hurt and they have no choice but to put Pickett in. But Pickett should be sitting on the bench right now, just learning for this first year. Let Trubisky go out there and fail.
There's a lot of similarities with the Bears in 2015 and the Steelers this year. They both got good defenses. They both have bad offensive lines. They both got Mitch under center. You got, I
disagree about the Bears defense. I don't like the Bears defense this year either. I think I lost a lot of
year,
players.
Not this year.
I like Eddie.
Oh, you mean past seasons? Okay.
I'm saying in 2018, the year that Mitch was there, and he had a good season.
Yeah.
Like when he had 24 touchdowns. Yeah.
That's when you had a healthy Allen Robinson and a pretty good supporting cast around him. And he had a better offensive line, and obviously, like you just said, a great defense. Now,
Stop it. Rudolph was better than Pickett, man. Like, Pickett hasn't even thrown an NFL pass yet. Yeah. I'm not going to disrespect Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph has actually won games in the NFL, too.
Birdman, get in the stream, bro. What are you scared of?
He's working, bro.
Oh, what, bro? Shoot, I don't know, man. Give one of your takes in the chat or something, bro. Like, give you a reason.
Imagine having a channel dedicated around one team.
That's why I do. That's why I do basketball.
I agree with him. I think Justin Ross is one of the biggest steals. That kid is good when he's healthy. Justin Ross is a player when that dude is healthy. I think that was a big pickup for Kansas City.
I know you don't like him, ECG, but I think Justin Ross could be good. Though. I'm not gonna lie.
I like that kid.
Like,
I
if you
didn't
gave him-
say Justin Ross wasn't going to be good. I
Oh,
said
okay.
Justin Ross does have issues,
Oh,
but he
issue.
does have the upside is really really tall, but the downside is really low as well. Like he's he's an injury prone wide receiver. The kid has talent. I'm not going to deny that, but I feel the same way about him as the same way I feel about George Pickens, because I think George Pickens is the same way. Like
George
very high
Pickens.
upside, very low floor. Like
That back injury really hurt Ross a lot because this kid was being talked about as the #1 receiver before he had that severe
Pickens
back
made
injury.
Trevor Lawrence what he is.
Yeah, but Pickett's not gonna beat Mitch Trubisky, Birdman. You gotta understand that. Pickett's not better than Mitch.
Oh, thank you.
Pickett's
Bro, go look at Kenny Pickett before he had Jordan Addison. Dude was ass, bro.
Wait,
Get outta
there's
here.
that word again.
not- Say it again. Say
That boy's ass.
it.
You know who
I
else
still
is
want to
ass?
know why. I still want to know why Birdman really hates Daniel Jones that much. I'm just wondering. I mean, I know
Because
you're an
he's
Eagles fan, and you-
bro.
it's just an Eagles way. I know it's an Eagles way, but I mean, I think
You know-
I think Jalen Hurts sucks too. But I'm not gonna like completely slam the dude. Think he's like complete garbage.
You know who else is?
I think
You
he's
know
got
who
some
else
skills.
is ass? You know who else is ass? Carson
Who's that?
Strong.
Oh,
You know
that
who else
boy's
is-
cheeks, bro. Woo! That boy is hot ass, bro.
Bro, don't
Chicken
disrespect-
legs, man.
Don't
Chicken
disrespect
legs.
the greatest quarterback of all time like that. Man.
You know who I know is also gonna f up this year? Another Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is gonna be
Are you-
effing up like crazy in Washington.
Oh, you think
Yes.
Carson's gonna be terrible?
I think he's gonna be bad.
Nah,
I think he's gonna be
I don't
bad.
think so.
I can't.
I
I
think
can't.
I agree with you, Jeff, on most things, but that one I can't co
I think Wentz is gonna be garbage.
I think Carson Wentz is gonna be better than what y'all think, bro. I think people underrate that. Man. Like,
Got
I
to
think
show
that-
it because he couldn't do it last year with a good Colts team, and he's on a team that's probably worse than what he had last year around him. So if Carson
you
Wentz can
could-
go out there and play well,
you got it.
we'll
You-
shut up. The haters will shut up about him.
You got it.
This is a proven fact, though. 3 out of the 4 teams in the NFC East have quarterbacks that got to go out there and prove themselves. I don't even
Oh,
think that
burn.
Dak Prescott's got a little bit to prove, but the other 3 quarterbacks, especially, this is it. You got to go out there and prove that you are the potential long-term quarterback of that team, or you're gone. There's a very good chance that the Eagles, Giants, and Commanders could all be in the draft next year looking for their franchise quarterback next year. It's very possible. It's very, very possible.
I agree.
Yo, ECG. Bro, your stream yesterday. Why did it say it was 20 minutes? I thought it was like an hour or something. Like it cut to like 20 minutes or some shit like that.
Oh, you talking about when I was playing NCAA last night?
Yeah, yeah.
It fixed itself. I checked it this morning.
Yeah.
But Philly halftime. Do you got? You said you got Washington second. That means you got them over Dallas. Or you even got them over Philly.
No,
Just
I think he
curious.
says Dallas. I
I don't
yeah.
think Dallas is. I don't think Dallas is worse than Washington. I think Dallas still has talent. Washington's still a
Yeah.
team that's on the come up. Same thing with
Let's
the Giants.
go
They're
over
still
it,
a team
though.
with the come up.
Well, who has? I'm trying to think. What does Washington have better than Dallas? I'm trying to think.
Let's start with the quarterback. I'm taking Prescott. I'm taking Prescott over
Washington?
Wentz.
I think Washington has a
I
better
agree.
coach. I think Washington has a better coach.
Rod Rivera, yeah.
Ron
Oh,
Rivera
yes.
is ass, bro. No, take it
I
back.
take him-
Take it back, Slay. You're better than Ron
Yeah.
Rivera is butt cheeks, bro. He's only had 3 winning seasons since he's
Bro,
been the
Mike-
coach.
He's better than that ass coach in Dallas, McCarthy.
Mike
McCarthy's
not-
ass too.
McCarthy at
sucks.
least won a Super Bowl.
He
Ron
sucks.
Rivera couldn't do that.
You should be able to win a
If you have a
Super
team-
Bowl with Aaron Rodgers and that team.
If you have a team with Aaron Rodgers and a whole good ass defense, of course you're gonna look good because your defense makes you look good. And your
All right, who's the
quarterback-
best? Who's the best coach in the NFC East right now? The best coach.
The best coach.
Give me-
Would you say
give me Ron-
Sirianni?
Yo, give me Ron Rivera. Stand on that.
You can't. I can't say Dable because he's done nothing yet. He's done
All
nothing
right.
yet to be a head coach.
Birdman, I DM'd you the link on Twitter.
Hey, did I change your mind on that, ECG? Rivera might be the best coach in the NFC East.
If we're going on
Might be
Super
right
Bowls, it's
now.
Mike McCarthy.
It's Mike McCarthy's had
Super Bowl,
more
yes.
success than all of them combined.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do more research on both, and I'm gonna do further research.
But if you talk about people that have done more with less, probably Ron Rivera.
True.
Mm.
So I might
He
have
was
to.
in a Super Bowl.
I don't know. That's hard. It's between him and Mike
Yeah.
McCarthy. Flip a coin on what game they're playing in.
Sirianni and Dable don't have enough on their resume to really be up there yet. Dable hasn't coached it down yet for the New York Giants as a head coach, and Sirianni's just came off his first year while the team was good. So there's still a lot of time to see what these guys can put together. Though they both do have some upside, but
I'm not
Yeah, I
even
mean-
gonna lie, bro. I love Sirianni's swagger though. His swagger, you cannot change that, bro. Sirianni
planting those flowers in the garden.
that
Swagger
and-
doesn't win you games
I
though.
was gonna say, yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Slay.
Win us game.
Swagger started with the Eagles running the ball 3 times against Dallas. That's what Swagger brought.
I get that. And I'm not saying Sirianni is a good offensive play caller. I think he can develop that as time goes on.
All right, let's go back to the Washington Dallas thing before that Philly halftime brought up. So quarterback, you guys taking Prescott over Wentz?
Yep.
Are we all agreement to that you take Prescott over Wentz?
Yep.
I would.
I agree.
Okay. Would you take Elliott and I just forgot their backup running or Pollard
Pollard.
over Gibson?
Tony Pollard
I agree on
over
that.
over
Dallas is a
Antonio
better running
Gibson.
back.
Over Gibson?
Just Gibson.
I take Tony Pollard #1 out of both of them.
I would too. I like Pollard a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think he got
Wide
a shot yet.
receivers: McLaurin, Dotson,
Flores is
De'Ami
the best.
Brown, and Curtis Samuel if he's healthy.
Here we
You
go.
got Dallas.
And
Dallas,
Logan
you
Thompson.
got and
CeeDee
Lucas
Lamb.
Thomas,
Nah,
CeeDee Lamb,
McLaurin is wide
Michael
receiver.
Gallup if healthy, James Washington, and Jalen Tolbert plus Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz. Yeah.
Dalton Schultz. Yeah.
I rank him Washington, Cowboys, Eagles,
What up, Birdman?
and then Giants.
What up?
What's
You
up,
got us
Birdman?
three. That's interesting. You got us three.
Washington's got the best receiver.
Yeah,
Out of between Dallas
McLaurin,
and
yeah, it's McLaurin, CD,
McLaurin.
AJ, and Galladay for sure.
McLaurin.
1 to 4.
McLaurin.
I wouldn't even know if Galladay's the number one. I still think that's Tony.
I don't even know who's the #1 right now. Kadarius Toney.
You know who it actually was if he was healthy? It's Shepard. Shepard was the number one receiver when he was healthy.
Sterling Shepard is
It's
no
Galladay and
joke
Tony.
when he's healthy, bro.
No,
When
he's
he's healthy,
good. He's
yeah.
just we're healthy.
Why does I
Trey
understand
Galladay. Trey Galladay.
Slayton had that one drop.
No,
Why
we
does
need
fucking
him. We need him. We
Slayton-
need him. That's the problem. We need
I
Galladay
don't
to
know,
succeed to get the most out of Jones.
What about
Do you
Darius
trust
need him on the
Rondell
field or on
Robinson
the
right now as a
sideline?
rookie? All right. When the Giants
Yeah.
are healthy, they got Barkley, Tony, Galladay, Robinson, Shepard. And this Bellinger kid, and even the undrafted rookie who I like, Austin Allen, who's 6'8", big guy, red zone target. Giants have
Who's your-
playmakers. Just
Who's your top?
are they actually going to play? Go ahead, Randall.
Who's your tight end too?
Daniel Bellinger, Ricky Seals-Jones, who we took from Washington. We brought in Jordan Akins from Houston, and we got this kid as an undrafted free agent from Wisconsin, Austin Allen. Daniel Bellinger was from San Diego State. Didn't really get
Austin
a lot
Allen
of
was a beast, man.
Bellinger's pretty good
Underrated.
too.
Mm-hmm.
We got some young tight ends that could be something if they,
Could be
they
something.
weren't really given a chance in college. Well, they weren't really. I'm not saying they're going to go out there and be great, but they were
Yo,
pretty solid in
Slay, you-
college.
You know who's gonna be good? Isaac Rex from BYU, bro. Isaac Rex is gonna be awesome when he gets drafted. He's
All right.
just waiting.
I gotta ask something.
I would've-
So, Birdman, give me your thoughts on Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones is slightly over Jalen Hurts. And
Over?
yeah, he's better than Jalen. Like not by much as far as like throwing. I think he's a step above as far as his thinking goes. Like I think he could read the defense a lot better than Jalen right now currently stands. What's that?
Daniel Jones is a way better thrower than Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry.
I agree with what
Well,
Birdman's
that's
saying
what I'm
exactly,
talking. That's
100%.
what I'm talking about. Yeah. So Jalen has to improve on that. The problem with Daniel is, is it the team that's letting him get hurt, or is it just Daniel's just making these poor decisions?
Here, this
and
is the problem.
Yeah.
Cerebral.
You think it's in his head, or he just can't? Or
I
is
really
it just
wonder.
the team?
I think it's the team, and the really thing you have to wonder about Daniel Jones is if all the things that have happened to him the past few years with the whole debacle, with the injuries around him, the poor offensive line, the terrible scheming, him getting no help, if it's going to affect this kid going even into this season, that he's just so far gone cerebrally that he's just going to panic even when he doesn't have to, and just going to make the costly turnover, not make the clutch throw. That's the thing you have to wonder with Daniel Jones, is if he's just so hurt from everything that's happened to him in the past few seasons that Daniel Jones is just not going to be able to put it together. Because I do agree. I think Daniel Jones, in terms of a throwing quarterback and a pocket passer, I think he's better than Jalen Hurts. But in terms of a total athlete,
Hey,
Jalen
Randall,
Hurts, I think, is a better
can
athlete
I
than
switch you
Daniel
out?
Jones. I like
Real quick.
Jalen Hurts as an athlete. I think he's underrated. He's a pretty good athlete overall. It's just, can he get the throwing mechanics and be a good pocket passer? That's the biggest question with Jalen Hurts. An honest thing from a Giants fan to Jalen Hurts. I think he has the tools to be a good quarterback. It's just, can he actually be a guy that when he's sitting in the pocket can make the accurate throws to his players on the outside? And right now, he's had an up and down result. He hasn't really showed it completely, and this is his chance. And I think Daniel
you're
Jones
right.
is cerebral.
It's kind of, I would say that if Daniel Jones stays kind of where he's at and doesn't move on from what you said, it's kind of like the Carson Wentz effect. Once Carson had that shit in his head that he, this is wrong. Even if you send him to another team, if he does that thing this year with the Giants, you're probably right. It's not going to leave him. You would have to go to a coach that, for what it's worth, a lot of people are talking really good about the coaching staff for the Giants. So, if it is true about the coaching staff and everything around him, it's Daniel from there. Because I'm hearing really good things about your coaching staff. So we'll see what happens.
A lot of high praise right now. Giants fans are going ballistic, thinking that Daboll's going to come here and he's just going to make Daniel Jones into what he did with Josh Allen in Buffalo, which maybe he could, but you got to see it on the field. It's got to be shown on the field, and Daniel Jones has got to stay healthy, because if he gets hurt this year, no excuses. There's no more excuses. You got to stay healthy and play close to or all of 17 games. The injury excuse is out the window.
Yeah, Jalen is on the same boat.
Yo, what up, AK?
Let's not all
AK?
doing better, man. Doing better.
That's good. That's good.
But let's not all forget, though, too, man, that it wasn't until Stephon Diggs got there that Josh Allen became Josh Allen. It does not matter if the ball is your head coach. It does not matter if Daniel Jones is your quarterback. He needs a wide receiver one, someone he can trust. That's what Buffalo went out and did.
He needs an offensive line, too.
Yeah, that's what Buffalo went out and did with Diggs. They got him a wide receiver he can trust. Me and you, Jeff, we've had that conversation. Is Galladay that guy? Probably not, but he's the best you got right now. So,
I still think it's Tony, but you can go either or with either one of them.
For sure.
Honestly. It's prove it year with Daniel Jones. This is his first time. He's got playmakers around him. He's got a better coaching staff that are going to try to get the most out of this kid. Offensive line, you got Evan Neal on the right side. You got Andrew Thomas at left tackle. Glowinski was on one of the best offensive lines in Indianapolis. Feliciano, the Bobby Johnson, the offensive line coach from Buffalo, now with the Giants, has been saying he's called him a dirtbag, a nasty guy. And I love this Josh Suzudu kid that they got out of North Carolina. And Shane Lemieux, he's suspect in pass protection, but he was one of the better run blockers for that offense, which they badly need to help Saquon Barkley in that run blocking scheme, because their run blocking offense was absolutely pathetic, as bad as their pass blocking. So I think the offensive line will be better. Daniel Jones is on your. You have players now around you. Get the job done. This is your shot to be the franchise quarterback. You can't get it done, you're out of here, and we're looking for a new guy in 2023. Plain and simple.
And AK, also, the Bills were not a bad team before Stephon Diggs. They went from 10 wins to 13, so they were overall a good team.
No, they were a good team. It's just if you look at Josh Allen's stats before Stephon Diggs and after, it speaks for themselves. You know, I'm not saying they were a bad team. I'm not saying he was a bad quarterback. He just reached that elite level with Diggs being there. Yeah, that's
and the thing too is that Allen is you know, along with his, you know, throwing on the run and everything, you know, he elevates his own game. He was pretty hyped against Kansas City, and that's what we need to see against Jalen. Is he going to have the same, you know, throwing on the run and all that stuff? That's to be determined. But the thing is, Allen himself is just, he elevates the whole team. And that's kind of what we need to see from getting the receiver that we have, A.J. Brown. You got to see an improvement at least by 3 games. It's like a must for me.
And I'm actually curious to hear how ECG feels about what Trevor Lawrence's expectations are going into his second season, because everybody anointed this kid as the new Peyton Manning, like the new everybody's called him Sunshine in the NFL, like the next great quarterback to come out.
For years.
I mean, what are Jacksonville Jaguars fans? Why are Jacksonville Jaguars fans' expectations for this kid going into his second year, being the number one overall draft pick?
I mean, everybody loves Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I can't say enough good things about how much of he's a leader. He's saying the right things, making the right throws. I mean, this year I've definitely seen an improvement, and not only the accuracy of his passes, and maybe that has to do with the receivers that they brought in. Zay Jones had a really good OTAs with him. Laviska Shenault.
I think Travis Etienne coming back is a big addition for that offense too. Getting him back in there.
I think certainly Laviska Shenault, though, that do be our number 1 receiver. But the way that Laviska played last year is the way that what's his name played at Clemson. Justin Ross played at Clemson. Got him out of a lot of trouble, catching a lot of passes that weren't accurate. But everybody's talking about that Trevor Lawrence was so good. His intermediate game was terrible, but everybody wanted to crown him as the next Peyton Manning, the next Andrew Luck, and all these other quarterbacks out there, and I just never seen that. And I feel like I've watched every single Clemson game that he played in, and I'm like, it's slow release, not that powerful of an arm. Like,
T. Higgins, Amari Rodgers, and Justin Ross at that time too were all great receivers in the Clemson team.
Offensive line was awesome for Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne is not that great when the offensive line is not blocking well, but he's great in open field. So I would love to see him in a lot more screen pass packages. I don't know what their plans are. The expectations are very high for him. They think that he's going to take like an amazing leap forward. As much as I say what I say about quarterbacks and players, I hope all these players do well. I don't have anything against any of the players that we talk about, but just from, I know a lot of people on this panel don't watch college football like me, so this is what I'm basing everything off of is when they played in college versus, it's the NFL. It doesn't matter. That's the best evaluation that I can give a player going on to the next level, evaluate what type of offenses that they're in. I think Doug Peterson's offense is going to cater a little bit more to his. Urban Meyer's that pro-style kind of offense, just like, Doug Peterson is sprinkling a little bit of RPOs in there. That's very basic offense right now. But, I hope that he does well. He's got all the tools there to succeed. But I think this offense really runs through his Doug Peterson's ability to give James Robinson the ball, because it was absolutely ridiculous underutilized last year. It did not help Trevor's development at all when you're not using your number 1 back. When you're taking your number 1 back out after he fumbles one time in a game, does not do well for his confidence either. So, I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be one of those guys, like, just middle of the road his whole career. Like, maybe he might peak to outside of we like to talk about Matt Ryan, but I don't think Matt Ryan was like an incredible quarterback ever, even when he won the MVP award. I think that was just a down year for quarterbacks. But he can kind of get to that level, but that's pretty much going to be his peak. It's just a Matt Ryan-ish kind of career that's
like
shorter,
a Joe Flacco
stats. Well, Joe Flacco was nice, though, like his first couple of years in the league.
He was.
I don't know if Matt Ryan ever was like Joe Flacco like the first like 6 years of his career, but I think like the Matt Ryan-ish type of career. We're not going to say that he's going to be amazing, but he'll be the ultimate game manager. I just think he needs to take a step back. But I mean, for right now, he's a medium darling in Jacksonville. Like, I mean, the kid knows how to lead. He knows how to talk to the media, and those are all things that, you know, unfortunately, outside of us talking about, those are the things that sell you as the number one guy too. So.
He's got a competent head coach too. He doesn't have a circus like he did with Urban Meyer last year. Doug Peterson is a former Super Bowl winning coach, so much better than what you have with Urban Meyer. So it's going to help out Lawrence a lot more.
Here besides me, ECU, who watches college football here?
I watch college football.
Okay.
I just watched Michigan.
My only thing, and I've said this with Lawrence when he came out of college, is, you know, this kid only lost 2 games in his whole college career. You know, is he going to be able to come into the NFL in Jacksonville, where he is, who isn't known for winning that much, and be able to take the lumps and still turn around and mentally be tough enough to be the person that he was? That's my own. I've never doubted his athleticism. I've never doubted him as a quarterback. I doubted him mentally, and I still do. You know, to a point where it's like, all right, dude, you haven't lost very many games in your whole life. In all honesty, he's been pretty dominant even in high school. So, you know, I just look, can he take these losses and build on them? That's my own.
He wasn't. He actually developed his trade. Like, remember that problem Wentz had in that Rams game where he remember that one interception he threw where he tried to throw it indirectly to JJ Arcega-Whiteside. It was like a double team there. It was like a double team there. It was a Rams game.
What year are you talking about?
2020. The year
okay.
Absolutely. So Wentz, his legs were really wide when he was throwing it, and that's not a good trait for a quarterback. Lawrence used to have that problem, and he sometimes has that problem here and there.
Is he retired, Jock? Is he retired?
Yeah, is he?
Really retired?
Yeah, he's
I'll believe it when I see it.
He's right now retired. If Tampa Bay needs a tight end, you know they're going to give.
They're going to call him and offer him the bag.
No.
They're going to offer him the big bag.
Hey, and then Lawrence on his worst year, he threw for 3,600. So he's going to get 4,000 easy.
If Laviska Shenault
he just had. He threw 36.
I think personally, Lawrence, I meant to say Trevor Lawrence, the only thing that I don't really like about him is that he gets the credit that he shouldn't deserve for specific things. He gets credit for someone that did Amari Rodgers was a big part of that offense before he got hurt, and he didn't get enough credit. Same thing with Ross. I felt like Lawrence got more credit than most of them on that team, and then that offense.
Well, he's the one throwing the football. That's why.
But I get that, but I feel like sometimes they should have just given him a little more credit. I
100% agree with you, Slay. I mean, that's why I always sit here and give shit to people when they talk bad about just the quarterback in general. I was like, there's 11 other dudes, or there's 11 people on that offense. I understand the quarterback is the big position, but it only takes one person being off rhythm for everything to go downhill.
And I'm curious how Jacksonville's going to use Laviska Shenault, because they were using him a lot as like a Deebo Samuel in a way, like a running back receiver, where they just put him all around the field. When they had other guys out there that were the number 1, number 2 consistent receivers, Laviska Shenault was pretty much that hybrid player they would put everywhere on that offense. He was a little bit bigger version than him. Is this guy just going to be more of just a straight up receiver now, or is he still going to play that role where they're going to put him in the backfield sometimes? They're going to split him out wide, put him in the slot. What are they going to do with Shenault going into the season?
I don't know if you're talking about Laviska Shenault, because they only used him for 11 rushes last year.
Yeah,
I think he had under 100.
He had a lot of injury issues too. I believe he was banged up a lot throughout the season.
Didn't you guys use him his rookie year that way though?
Yeah, they rookie year they used him all over the place. This kid was being used everywhere.
They used him about the same amount. He only had a little more than 15 rushes, which they do that with all their and that Urban Meyer offense. They did that with. They did that with a bunch of people too, and even before him, when Doug Marrone was there. I still think Doug Marrone was the worst mistake that the Jaguars made, man. But the role this year for Laviska Shenault, I don't know. I don't necessarily think that his problem is like he was targeted like 100 times last year and only caught like 60 something passes or something like that. Little over 600 yards, which is almost comparable to his rookie year.
It's more than any Giant receiver had. That's how bad it was.
But I mean, a lot of those targets were not on target, so I don't know. I think he's a bigger weapon than what people give him credit for. I think under somebody like a Tom Brady, or a perfect example right now, Derek Carr or Justin Herbert would love Laviska Shenault on their team. He would be. I'm not even kidding when I say this, man. I think he'd be like a 1,300-yard receiver somewhere else if the kid's healthy all season. Was Marone the coach of that 2017 team? He definitely was. Yes, yeah. The Jaguars 2017 team that went to the AFC Championship. But I don't. You got Zay Jones there. You got Marvin Jones Jr. there. Like, I don't know where they're gonna put him.
Bro, Marvin
Christian
Jones
Kirk.
Jr. I'm sorry, bro. I never really liked Marvin Jones Jr. I think he's okay.
You are bugging, bro.
Well, Marvin Jones Jr. did good for them last year, and even Zay Jones balled out for him.
Yeah, I like
Marvin Jones has had a good career. Not a great career, but a very good career.
Last year Marvin Jones sucked balls. I had to.
That's
he's like what? He's like 32, 33 now. He's not gonna be the same he was before.
I think he's gonna be solid this year, but I want to see like a game where he truly elevates himself before like.
Dude, dropped like 15 touchdown passes last year.
My point.
I meant to
if
say
you're expecting a lot out of Marvin Jones, you're in trouble. That guy should be at best your number 4 receiver.
He's played for a long.
Yeah, but he's played for a long time.
He's a 9-year veteran, man. He's getting up there in age. He took a lot of lumps and bumps with the Lions. It was just him. It was him and Matthew Stafford for years.
Pretty much.
He's only had one 1,000-yard season and a bunch of 900 seasons. He shouldn't be a 1,000-yard receiver.
He had Galladay there for a little bit as a good compliment, but then after Galladay left, it was just like you said, pretty much Marvin Jones by himself in Detroit. And I mean,
and he still had 900 yards with Galladay there, and that's because of Matt Stafford.
And he was supposed to be coming into Jacksonville. He was coming into Jacksonville as a number 2 receiver, but then Chark got hurt again, and he had no choice but to really elevate himself to the number 1, or at least a 1A to Shenault.
2 things I did not want the Jaguars to do this offseason, and they did. I did not want them to get rid of Myles Jack. That was the heart and soul of our defense. And he went to the Steelers, and I was happy as shit for that dude going to the Steelers because I know they're going to treat him well. And then DJ Chark should have never left either. Like, he got injured, guys. Like, this dude was a Pro Bowler, like, sneaky good for the Jaguars. He had no weapons around him, and he still had a Pro Bowl season, and we just ship him out to Detroit, too.
Yeah, but ECG, I can understand why they did it, because he has had a couple of injury issues, and do they want to pay big money to a guy that's had a few seasons with being banged up? So that's maybe the reason why they decided to let him go, because he wasn't reliable in terms of being on the field. Otherwise, I would pay that guy, because he's a hell of a receiver.
Well, a bunch of guys got hurt last year that shouldn't have got hurt, but a lot of the noise, and I'm like part of like all kinds of forums for like the Jaguars and Florida State. So from what I hear from like a couple former like positional coaches, like Urban Meyer ran those players hard in practice, and that pretty much like DJ Chark should have came back for a couple of weeks out of the season, and he didn't because he was being run so hard. Like that injury that he had wasn't as bad as what people said that it was, and. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I just did not want us to get rid of DJ Chark whatsoever. It sucks.
I think he's going to do a good job in Detroit. He's the
number 1 receiver.
He could be. They might have 3 number 1s over there.
How much did Chark get paid? Which is 10 mil?
10 mil. He got paid 10 mil.
I think at 1 year, 10 mil.
Nah, he got paid 2 years.
2 years, 20 mil.
No, it's a 1-year contract for $10 million.
What? 1 year?
Yeah, it was 1 year. I was like,
prove a year.
Oh, they need to give that man another one.
But you got to think about it. He's going into a prove it year, and he's going into a situation where you already got a guy like Armand St. Brown who showed out and was one of the better rookie receivers last year, and you have Jameson Williams who, if he didn't tear his ACL during the championship game, the dude could have been the best receiver coming out of this draft. So you got 2 other guys that are going to be there to help take the alleviation of the pressure off a guy like Chark, who also is coming off an injury. So He's set up in
Yeah.
a pretty good situation over there.
And
in
then also
Detroit.
think about it like this in Detroit. Like right now, that whole trade, one thing that didn't get mentioned is the Lions agreed to pay the rest of Matthew Stafford's contract because the Rams didn't have any cap room. That's why they were able to pay him this year when they got rid of a couple pieces. But they were like, we'll give you a couple first-round picks for Matthew Stafford. But the Lions had to pay his contract, so in signing DJ Chark, they're not going to be able to sign him for more money right now. That's why they
Best
didn't.
linebacker
They
in the
didn't
draft.
do anything in free agency of notice because they didn't have any money.
Best linebacker in the draft, Florida, Boy Lambert. Yes,
And East Coast, the Chargers are not going to the Super Bowl.
You're a bugging, bro.
No, you're bugging. Did you see what they did against the Raiders? And they weren't even at
What?
full throttle.
But why does
How are they
last
going to
year
beat
matter?
that?
Why does last year matter though? Why do you have to take that into context? That was last year. If I brung up Eagles 2 years ago, that's not going to matter in a different conversation like from this year.
I test. Did you see what Herbert choked? That was his moment.
How did
He
Herbert
blew it.
choke?
Herbert was like
blew
the
it.
hero of that game.
He
How did
blew
Herbert
it.
choke, bro?
He blew it. He blew it.
No, he
Herbert
didn't.
was like the hero of
They
that
could have
game.
did the
Herbert-
field
Out of his
goal, but
mind.
they blew it. And there's no way that you're going to tell me that the Chiefs are going to get worse and Denver's going to be terrible. There's just no way.
Well, let's
It's
keep my
gonna
track
be-
record here that's been on record. In 2020, I predicted that Tampa Bay was going to win the Super Bowl. They won. Last year, I predicted that the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl, and they won. So I have a pretty good track record so far. It's on record. You go to our channel. Predicted both times in
but
February.
I'm not gonna count that COVID year. Anybody could have won that Super Bowl.
Oh,
That was trash.
A ring is a ring, bro.
I fallen out my chair. Oh, God.
Oh, wait, is it a ring? Is a ring?
People
But
do the
know
same
that-
thing for the
Hold
bubble
up,
in NBA.
hold up.
That's
Hold
like
up,
the same thing
hold
for
up.
basketball.
Hold up.
And your Lakers won
hold
that.
up.
Dang.
Yeah, shut up. Where's LeBron now, the little baby?
Hmm.
So look,
A ring is a ring.
that whole thing was a scam. They didn't let many fans in the stadium, but when it was Super Bowl time, they filled up the Tampa Bay Stadium for that Super Bowl. That called BS.
That's not their
Home-
fault.
home
They
field
played in the same
advantage.
environment as everybody
Home
else.
field advantage. Nah,
So did the Rams.
nah.
Like 10 fans in the stadium for the Buccaneers Chiefs game. Okay, that's a lot of people.
And the only reason the Rams won is because LA is down and out, and someone's got to pay for that stadium.
Okay.
And Eric goes, red pill.
It's a red fact. It's the red fact. It's the
It's
true
a red
facts, man.
Yeah, I
The
know.
Rams are not repeating, bro. They looked horrible against the freaking. They were lucky to get out of that alive against the freaking Bengals.
What?
Buffalo Bills are the favorites for the Super Bowl. They are way more prepared than the Chargers, and they are not beating the freaking Raiders.
Yes, they are.
They're just
Yes.
not.
Well, I can bet on that if you want to. I will make a bet with you on that. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
I'll make a bet.
All right, Slay. Oh, wait, hold on.
I bet
All
you.
right, Slay.
I bet you the Chargers.
What?
I bet you the Chargers get further than the Raiders this year in the playoffs. That's what I want to bet you.
Okay, all right. That's the bet. So you come on my show and I get to roast you for 20 minutes straight, and vice versa. I go on your show, you
do an
roast
hour.
me for 20.
That's nothing
An
out of the
hour?
ordinary.
You can do
Okay,
an hour.
30. Okay, 30 minutes. I'll do 30
Yeah.
minutes.
No, 45 minutes.
30 is the ticket.
45.
And I
45.
bet, why it's gonna work right, bro? I can't.
30's the ticket.
Oh,
I got
45
the
is better.
Bills winning the Super Bowl, though. I got the Bills.
So
and the
East
Rams.
Coast, you're already on board. It's the Chargers in the Super Bowl.
Chargers and the Vikings.
The Vikings. Oh man, no, stop it, bro. No, you
I
gotta
agree with them. I
stop
think the
that.
Vikings are going to be pretty good. I don't
The
say Super Bowl,
Vikings-
but I think they're going to be good. I think the Vikings are going to be
Come
better
on,
than
man.
people
You're
think.
The
Bruh.
Vikings they won't even beat the Eagles. What are
Yes,
you
Wait,
talking
can
about?
They will.
I don't
Yes,
even know
they
his
will.
contract. Does
The
anybody know
Vikings-
his contract?
The Vikings
Who?
are gonna beat the Eagles. this
Jaquaski
year, in my
Tart?
opinion.
Is it
Wow.
Jaquaski Tart?
Wow, Slay, are you
Yeah.
serious, Slay?
The
Are you
Vikings-
serious?
Yes, I think the Vikings are gonna beat the Eagles. Remember what
They-
happened in 02?
The
You
Vikings
remember?
lost to the Cowboys backup. Are you kidding? Is Jalen that bad?
Yo, remember what
The
happened?
backup beat freaking the Vikings. Come
Yo,
on.
I'll tell you the year. Remember 02? Eagles Vikings week 2. We played week 2 against the Vikings and we lost that year to them. And our
Hey, Jeff, mind if I switch
I'm just
someone
saying,
with you real quick?
And that's Slay. You're
All right, man.
tripping. That's
Thank you.
at home, man.
Talk
I
to you.
cannot believe that disrespect is real. That's at home. That's a
You-
home
Eric.
opener.
You are drunk. I'm tired of people disrespecting the Raiders.
The Raiders
I'm
are
tired
not
of
better
this
than the
shit.
Chargers, bro. I'm
Listen. Let
sorry.
me
No,
throw
you're
some
not.
stats to you. Let me throw some.
Tell him,
facts to you
tell him,
real
dog.
quick.
Tell
That's
him.
what
Give it
you
to
guys
him.
real
do,
quick.
stats,
All
stats.
the
Give it to
Chargers
him.
did this season. All the Chargers did this season is pick up J.C. Jackson, Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack is coming off of an injury-prone year. Not only on top of that, J.C. Jackson, I think, is a scheme fit. I
No,
think
he's
J.C.
not.
Jackson
What
is
are
a
you
team fit
talking
with Bill
about?
Belichick, and I could bet you money.
Mac is overrated.
I'm
Khalil
up
Mack
like
is
$20 right now.
overrated.
Okay, he's not overrated. Okay, he's not overrated. Okay, I won't say
I'm
that.
not
much.
saying
I won't say that much.
overrated.
But here, Slay,
Yo,
Slay,
ECT, bro.
I promise you, right here on Mitch's show, right here, $20. JC Jackson will have a worse year than last year, right now. That's how confident I am. On top of that, the Raiders ended up beating the Chargers last season in the last week with two coaches.
last week
and
of the
All
offensive-
right,
hold on,
BOHC, you're a Cowboys fan. Shut up.
the
Last
offensive.
year,
Hold on. And this is
Last
why I
year.
bring up last year. Because our offensive coordinator, our defensive coordinator, and our offensive lineman coach not only can't adjust, they can't play call for shit. If you notice last year, how the way, if you guys want to go based on stats or based on eye test, they sucked. They point blank
Can I
sucked.
tell you something? Eric?
And now
Khalil
go
Mack
ahead.
and Joey Bosa is gonna eat your offensive line alive.
And Chandler Jones and Max Crosby isn't? Are you kidding me?
Bro, the Chargers
kidding
have a top 10 offensive line. They're gonna compete with you. It's not gonna be easy.
Last year we had Yannick Ngakoue and Max Crosby, and we beat the Chargers.
Yeah, but things are.
We
different.
had
I mean,
Zay
you just added
Jones
the
and
top
Hunter
five.
Renfro as wide receiver 1 and 2, and Darren Waller
It's
hurt, and we beat
different
the
with the
Chargers.
top
You're
5
telling me right now
There you
that
go.
with the
Tell him,
addition,
Eric.
BOHC,
Tell him,
you
Eric.
with the addition of
BOHC, you
Devontae
get it.
Adams, winning coaches, and Garrett, come on, man, you
You
can't
get
tell
a
me.
top 5. Okay, what
Hey,
do you
Slay.
besides
Hey, I
Johnson?
want Eric on the roast too. So if
That's
the Raiders have a better
crazy.
record,
That is
I'm
crazy.
inviting him to the roast.
Listen.
Oh, and AK's here.
I have said this so many times.
Thank you.
Everyone is sleeping on the Raiders.
Thank you.
I get it.
There you go, AK.
I get it when you sit there and you talk about names, but listen, dude, the Raiders have a lot of young talent on this defense, and they're very, very good. Chandler Jones just kind of put the icing on the cake across from Crosby. You know, Devontae Adams, let's not even talk about that. We all know what the hell he's going to do. All right. Hunter Renfro, that's just going to make this guy even way more deadlier, having Adams.
Preach.
All right. And then you sit there and you have fucking Waller as your tight end. Okay.
Preach, AK. I ain't gonna stop you.
Waller is going to tear defenses apart in the middle because they're not going to know where to go. Do they go with Renfro? Do they go with Adams? Do they go with Waller? Then you sit there. Yeah, they might not have the hottest halfback room, but they can be efficient. Okay, I'm telling you right now, if Derek Carr is not the MVP at the end of this year, Eric deserves to be punched in the face.
Yep.
Wait,
I'm telling you.
Hey,
right
AK, do you want to be part of the roast? AK, do you want to be
I'm
part
sorry,
of the roast?
Eric, but I'm telling you, bro, if your team is not in that championship game, you deserve to be punched in the face. After every dude, we talked about this multiple times. After you did everything you did last year with an interim head coach, wasn't even your head coach.
Yep.
You know, you sit there and you had your wide receiver who still ended with more yards than our third string wide receiver, and he spent the last 10 weeks in jail. You know, yeah, you guys have had so many hiccups this past season, and you fought through all the diversity, everything, and you ended up being a playoff team last year with everything that happened to you with Gruden and we'll go back to AB, dude. You guys have nonstop been just brutalized. You know, and you keep fighting. If you think for 1 second this team's going to take a step back after everything they've done this offseason, you are out of your fucking.
I cannot wait till Herbert proves everyone wrong, man.
I'm not saying Herbert is not good. This has nothing to do with Justin Herbert. If you remember, Slay, I had Herbert as my dark horse MVP last year. Did I not? But I'm telling you, I'm not going to sleep on the fucking Raiders. Okay, the Raiders are still a good fucking team, no matter how many big names other teams got. You know, no lie. Just because you get a big name guy on your team doesn't mean they ultimately are going to work out. We as Eagle fans should know that very fucking well.
Yep.
Let me ask you something, Slay. You watch college football, right?
Yes.
Say you do. Was J.C. Jackson drafted, or was he a UDFA?
He was a UDFA.
So he wasn't a big name, right? Before he became a big name, and he
But
only.
that Yo,
Now,
Adam
listen here.
Thielen.
This is
Thielen.
I was just about to go, Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen wasn't
Josh
drafted,
McDaniels-
so is he bad? Is he
Josh-
bad too? Is he
Josh
bad too? What
McDaniels,
logic is that, bro?
The
What
way
type of
the
logic?
way Dave Ziegler. Well, you have a see. ECG has a track record of being pretty good. You've been a track record of having bad takes. So listen here, real
Bro,
quick. Listen here real quick. Listen here real quick. Listen here real quick. Ziegler, the way the Patriots operate, right? Because we have the Patriots front office practically. We do. It's just point blank period. You know, as much as I hate it, we have it. They don't go after big names. That's what you're not getting. We got so many acquisitions this year that helped this team, but you just don't know them because you don't know. You go based on names. J.C. Jackson, Khalil Mack,
Ron Harmon, Chandler Jones. I know all those players that you got for this offseason. I bet you one person on this panel, or maybe ECG and you do, but I bet you most people on this panel don't know that you signed DeMarcus Robinson, and I know that too.
Yeah, I know, but I'm also talking about Diablo, dude. Diablo is going to take a huge step forward this offseason. Like he's going to be a terror in that defense. I promise.
Asante,
like they have a lot of young, good talent from last year that are going to take steps forward this year, man. They did a pretty damn good team.
I could say the same exact thing about the Chargers. Asante.
Yeah, but bro, the Chargers have proven time and time again they fucking wet the bed.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't even win whenever they had fucking Phillip Rivers.
Yep.
Come on, man. Stop.
And Sproul, and they had
Are you
Sproul.
saying Super Bowl? That's it.
I'm not saying Super Bowl.
Dude, no, I'm not saying that. They have a habit of choking, man. That's all I'm saying. The Chargers, that is their thing.
It's
like no one's saying the Chargers are bad. You gotta calm down there, little kid. No one's saying the Chargers are bad. We're just
and another thing is that you know what the Chargers fan base is not that great because they keep moving. The Raiders are gonna take over that stadium. That's like a home field advantage. You're not even thinking about that. That's home field for the Raiders.
I said this about my record prediction. We're not going to sweep the Chargers. I think we're going to go 1-1 with the Chargers again. That's what I'm going to say. We're going to go 1-1 with the Chargers. The Chargers still a good
You just
squad.
said J.C. Jackson is a steamper. What the hell type of logic is that? Oh my god.
Okay. Well, do you want to bet on it that he's going to have?
He's not a
less
steamper.
year than
What
last
are
year?
you talking about? He was a top 5 corner last year.
Then, if you're that confident, bet me right now. If
Bet
you're that
it,
confident,
Slay.
bet me right now.
20? Let's do 20. Let's do 20.
Okay, let's do 20. Let's do 20.
J.C.
Man,
You're
that's
last
on
year.
my
J.C. Jackson
You will
will
have a
still be a
worse year
top
than
5
last year.
corner.
Man, two
J.C.
bets
Jackson
on my
will still be a top
on my
5 corner
stream
by
and
the end.
Slade's in both of them.
So you
I'll
said he's gonna be a
throw
top 5 corner.
100 in on that.
So you said a top 5 corner?
100.
Yep.
Yes, he still
I'll
will
throw
be a
100 in
Wait.
on that.
top corner.
100 on
Hear
what?
that, Eric?
Wait,
This dude
On
is
top
gonna
of
have
ECG.
more interceptions, bro.
wait, ECG 100 on what?
If he's not a top 5 cornerback, I have to pay Eric $100. You don't have to match
Will
it.
be a top 5 fucking cornerback, bro. He was last year. He's gonna do it again, bro.
All right. ECG, I'm with it.
We don't gotta worry about this, bro. He's
Damn, 3 bets.
ECG, I'm with it.
easy.
And you guys are hearing it here because we're a man of our words here. I know we are. So
AC
that's
I'm absolutely a man of my word.
Same.
Absolutely. I write a
Hey.
Nicole blow with a toothpick.
Yep.
I can't believe you just said that though, Eric. Come on.
So
man.
top 5 corners the bet, right? Okay, just making
Yes.
sure.
Yep.
Just making
Will
sure.
be a
Okay.
top 5 corner,
Okay.
man. I don't know what
Okay,
you
bet.
mean. Bro, you realize he might have more interceptions this year than he did last year, and he was rated 2.
I'll even raise my bet. J.C. Jackson will be an all-pro cornerback this year.
I could see that as well.
You're just riding his coattails, Slade.
Bro, J.C. Jackson was a top 5 corner last year, man.
So,
know
so
he
here's
was.
my argument. Here's my argument on the Steelers. Did anybody look at the team ranks last year of where the Chargers were on offense?
They were.
And points and yardage, they were in the top 5. They did not lose any weapons. They re-signed Mike Williams, and they picked up 2 veteran guys on defense that have already been proven to go other places and be good. Like J.C. Jackson came from Riverside City College or whatever the hell it was, like some JUCO school. Like he's gonna fit right in with Asante Samuel Jr. and Derwin James. And then you have Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. Like, Khalil Mack doesn't have to do all the work next year. It's going to be Joey Bosa. Like, them dudes are going to the Super Bowl, man. Like, I would be pressed right now to say that they would not be a Super Bowl winning team. Like, they're only going to
Vegas
improve.
don't even have them in that odds. Vegas don't even got them there.
Bro, Vegas doesn't even. I mean, Vegas.
I don't look at Vegas.
Well, see, Vegas is Jones. Vegas is Jones.
Well, listen, no lie. Me and Eric already talked about him, bro. We still got to do that. You know, Vegas has the Raiders at 9 wins. I'm throwing $100 on that. I say they have more than that. I'm gonna go crazy with it because there's no way the Raiders leave this season with 9 wins. That's the exact same wins they had last year. Ain't no way.
9 wins?
Here it has the Broncos and the Chargers
I
plus
thought
16.
it was like 8.
And the Raiders are plus 5.
Was it 8?
I think it was 8.5. It was less.
It was 8.5. Dude, there's no way that the Raiders are 8.5. No way. I will throw money on that and make money off that easily.
I think we're 8.5 too, aren't we?
Yeah, we're 8.5. You can throw monies on the Eagles as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy, man. It's
Who's
almost
the Raiders' the
like
best
money.
defensive player?
Ron Harmon,
Crosby.
Chandler Jones.
It would be Chandler Jones, and then right after that,
Max Crosby. Max Crosby would be one.
I think
Who's the Chargers' best player?
Joey Bosa, easy.
On the offense or
offense? Offense.
On defense.
Oh,
Joey Bosa or Derwin James.
I would think Joey.
Okay.
Joey or Derwin.
The Broncos,
Did Joey
who's their
play a
best
full
defensive player?
season? Was Joey hurt last year?
No, he wasn't.
No.
He played a full season?
Sertan?
Yeah.
I think Sertan would be there.
I would say Bradley
Chubb.
Bradley Chubb.
Oh, okay. I would think the safety, but yeah.
Okay, and then the Chiefs. Chris Jones, right?
Nick Bolton, Chris Jones.
He's still on the team? Yeah, he is. Chris Jones.
So what do all those guys play?
Line.
All right, who has the best line in the league? Or in the AFC West? Chargers.
Easy.
Holy shit! I can't wait to raise havoc on those guys.
Bro.
And we might get sued right now. Oh,
I'm just using logic at this point. I don't know.
No, I respect it. I respect it.
That's how I go through in my head. Like, okay, matchup on matchup. Who am I taking?
I respect.
I understand that point of view, and I like that take. But you also have to agree too that sometimes it's not always about who's the best, but who plays for one another.
I'd be willing to say all those teams play for one another.
I know, but you know what I mean. Like maybe who knows? Maybe the Raiders reach down a little deeper and find some more, or maybe the Chargers do, or maybe Kansas City does, or the Broncos. But the point is, though, it's just more than just the names on the line. They do have to play up to their stature that they are.
It's going to be interesting because here's the thing with not only the AFC West. The AFC West is playing the NFC West, which is arguably probably the best division in the NFC, if not the second best. I don't know how you guys determine the NFC, but I would think it's the first best in the NFC West. So it's going to be a tough schedule throughout all 4 teams, and that's kind of my.
I don't have room
because I consider what they did last year, and I consider what scheme they're entering, and I also consider the schedule because the schedule does play a part in a lot of these games. Weather, traveling, the teams they play at what moment, what team is hot at that time, and for me, with the whole Charger thing, J.C. Jackson when he was on the Patriots last season, playing against the quarterbacks in the what are they, the AFC South? What are they? The North? I don't even know what the hell they are.
Yeah,
but compared to the AFC West is a whole different ballgame. I mean, not only did every team get better, but every team got weapons even more. So I just think personally,
but you have other players around him. You have other players around him. It's not so
understandable.
J.C. Jackson.
But here's another thing as well: the Chargers have been known for injuries. They've been known for it.
But
and that's just every team, right?
Besides Derwin James, what's another player in that secondary that gets?
Yeah. And listen, I get what you're also saying, man. But you also have to look at it this way: it only takes Herbert going down, Mac going down, or Bosa going down for all this to go away.
I could say the same thing about the Raiders.
To a point, because even if they lost Chandler Jones, it's still the same team they had last year.
Let me ask you this: does Chargers have depth?
No.
I mean, Nick Adderley. I'm trying to think of their safety.
Exactly. If you can't think of it, they got no depth.
Well, if you are we talking receivers too? Receivers, they
Well,
definitely
anything. Defensive line,
defensive line, Jerry
secondary.
Tillery. They got
Isn't Tillery starting?
What are you talking about on offense or defense? Or on both?
Well, let's talk about the defense. Let's say Khalil Mack goes down. Who's the backup to Khalil Mack?
Khalil Mack, Kyle Van Noy is the backup to.
Yeah, Kyle Van Noy is the
They go Kyle Van Noy. Okay. And then
But even he's old.
Who? J.C. Jackson, Michael Davis, or J.T. Woods?
And JT Woods.
Bryce Callahan is also one of their backups who's good.
Isn't JT Woods the guy from Baylor?
Was really good for Oregon last year.
I believe so.
He's on Oregon. I thought he was on Baylor.
Good. Yo,
No, I think he was on Baylor. J.T. Woods.
oh my bad, Baylor. He was really good.
Yes, I get what you're saying. They got good depth, but let's be honest though, all these guys you were mentioning are not on the talent level of all the guys they'd have to replace.
Troy Reader's good. Kenneth Murray is.
Yeah,
is
I
underrated.
get that they're good, but what I'm saying is the talent levels are different. I mean, are you seriously going to sit here and say that these guys are as good as JC? Because if that's the case, then JC shouldn't have been picked up. They should have just rolled with who they had.
Bryce Callahan was a beast with the Broncos.
Yeah.
All right, then that's what I'm saying. Why would you pick up?
And Josh Palmer showed up in that game last year against the Raiders.
Here's the thing with it, right? This is just how I'm basing it on, right? Between the Chargers and the Raiders are a younger, more healthy squad. That's what I'm trying to say. And I know that doesn't play a big part, but I'm trying to take into everything consideration. I talked about the stats earlier, I talked about the schedule earlier, but now I'm talking about the age as well. You know, there's two guys on this secondary that many people don't talk about on the Raiders, because they're not big names. And I don't know why, because they were all pro rookies and they had one of the highest coverage grades in their significant position, in Trayvon Merrick and Nate Hobbs. Those two guys are gems in the draft.
Hobbs was the beast.
Hey, Slay, can I switch you out?
I got you.
All right, man. Thanks. Talk to you.
So, what do we consider the most important position?
Jeff, welcome back.
I'm enjoying this conversation, by the way. Keep it going, fellas. I like this. This AFC conversation. It's good stuff.
So, what does everybody consider the most important position or group on a defense and offense?
QB for
defensive
offense
line.
for me.
Defensive line.
Oh, there goes Eric. All right.
Defensive line.
Oh, it all starts in the trenches.
For defense, it's the line. Gets that pass.
It's the line, and then for the offense, it's the quarterback for me.
Consider edge rushers linemen.
Yes.
Okay.
Outside linebacker, pretty much part of the line.
Well, all depends on the scheme.
It kicked me out, my bad. It kicked me out. Yeah, my bad. Kicked me out.
Oh, wait, did I do that?
It depends on the scheme.
Oh, no. It just, I couldn't hear anybody. Like, people were
some
talking.
linebackers are edge rushers.
I like
what
that
universe?
Abrams kid too. That Abrams kid in the secondary for the Raiders isn't bad as
Yeah.
well. Just gotta say
No, Abrams and Hobbs are a steal, bro.
I'll be honest. I don't really like Abrams. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you guys.
I don't either.
I always say
I'm
this
the
about
same.
Abrams. He's pretty bad at coverage.
Jadis, he was in there here the longest. I gotta rotate. He was in here the longest.
Yeah, and he and with Abrams, he's like one hit away from injury because he's been getting injured every year since he's became a rookie, and it sucks. It sucks because he has potential, but I feel like the old regime, kind of screwed him over in a sense and putting him, in certain places that he shouldn't be in. He's more of a box safety. They had him back there in coverage, and I was like, what the hell are you doing? But for me, I think a lot of these guys from our 2021 draft class are going to take the step forward. That means Alex Leatherwood. That means, that means Trayvon Merrick, Nate Hobbs. That means Malcolm Koonce. That's somebody that got 4 sacks in 4 games. The guy is a beast. And I mean, I think he's gonna of course back up Chandler Jones. So learning under Chandler Jones. And right now, I don't know if you guys been hearing, but Ndamukong Suh might be a Raider soon. And Ndamukong Suh on this defensive
That would
line,
change things.
next to Chandler Jones and Max Crosby.
You still have Jonathan Hankins, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a pretty solid veteran
And we just got
defensive line
Bilal
too.
Nichols from the Chicago Bears. And if you guys know who Bilal Nichols is,
BOSG, I put the link in your DMs if you want to come in.
Nichols is solid.
Hey, you know what's crazy is I was looking at this this report on the defense for NFL, And actually, I mean, now that I think about it, do the Eagles have a better defense than the Raiders?
On paper, it's pretty
Yeah.
damn close. On paper, it's pretty damn close. I mean, I might want to go last
You
for
guys,
this.
you guys have a better secondary.
I mean,
I want to
we
say
have
the
better
line.
corners. I don't know about safeties though.
Oh wait,
I-
never mind.
line.
Shit, I forgot your safeties.
Yeah, our safeties are garbage. I mean, we did pick up Tart, but to me, it's just like that's not a big signing though. To me, it's not.
I don't know. I just think this year's gonna be interesting, man. These bets are gonna be interesting. This whole thing.
Oh, I'm not making any bets.
I can't wait. I don't usually make bets. I don't even make
I'm
bets.
with Mitch. I'm not betting. I'm not betting.
What's crazy?
I mean, me and Boys for Life will go back and forth. Like that's
What's
the only
crazy-
thing I'll do.
What's crazy? I don't even make bets against my own Raider content creators when we go at it about who's gonna make. The
Yeah,
roster.
why is there Chico tweet?
Sounds like the ice cream trucks in the background.
Yeah, somebody's actually.
But I think since I didn't really get in my point yet for this whole AFC West debate between the Chargers and the Raiders.
Yeah, go for it.
I picked the Raiders to win this division. I just think that the players that they brought in, no disrespect to what the Chargers did, because they brought in some really good players too. I think Zion Johnson is one of the most underrated pickups for that offensive line to go with Rashawn Slater. I really like J.C. Jackson in that secondary. And I do think that Khalil Mack has still got something left in the tank. But I just think that the combination of bringing in a guy like Chandler Jones on that defensive line to go opposite of Max Crosby, and you're getting Jared Carr's favorite target from their old SMU days in college with Devontae Adams, who still, I would think, is the best receiver in football when he's healthy. You put those two together, Hunter Renfrow, who they just awarded a 2-year extension, one of the best slot receivers in the NFL, like you guys just said, Demarcus Robinson. This guy's won a championship, and he could be that third down receiver when you need him. Darren Waller, when the guy's healthy, he's an upper echelon tight end. And don't forget about Josh Jacobs. Guy's still a pretty good running back. So I think the Raiders, talent-wise, I think their offensive line is okay. I like Colton Miller, but the rest of that line, I don't know. But I think that the overall offense for the Raiders is really good. I think that team is going to be scoring up and down the field. They're going to be putting up 30, 35, 40 points. That offense is going to be explosive. The Chargers can be explosive too. I think the Chargers are slightly better on defense overall, but I think the Raiders, just as an overall team, I give them the leg up. That's why I think that those two teams are going to be battling it out for the AFC West, but I think the Raiders are slightly better than the Chargers, but it could go either way.
You know, let me put it in this terms for you. I look at the Chandler Jones going to the Raiders as J.J. Watt going to the Cardinals last year. What the Cardinals were trying to do, and to me, in a way, it didn't work out in the best way that they wanted it to. It could have been a lot better. But I think having Chandler Jones go to Las Vegas, to the Raiders, and having him across from Crosby, that's going to work out a lot better than what the J.J. Chandler Jones thing did. You know what I mean? It's going to be way more effective. So I think you're going to get a lot out of Crosby, even more than what you anticipated, just from the presence of having Chandler Jones there.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Hey, I gotta head out, but that was
Yeah.
my bad for rating your stream. That was a crazy debate, but
Hey, that's all I'm for. Just to have good debates that did not cross any lines.
yeah, that was funny. That
It's
was
a
funny.
good stream, Case. Good stream today.
Slay, if you're
Yeah.
out there, bro, hopefully I didn't mean no disrespect because I seen your face when I.
It's Slay, bro. It's freaking Slay.
Slay doesn't care. He knows everybody's just kidding with him. They don't mean it as like vicious or anything. But he knows.
It was good talking to y'all, man. I'm gonna go back to getting some schoolwork done and fucking shit.
Yeah, I'm
about
out
to
of
end
here
it.
too.
Yeah.
I'm about to end it. It's been live
Good
for
one,
like 2.5 hours. MK Headlines is only supposed to go on for an hour.
Mitch,
No.
real quick, are you doing the NBA draft on Thursday?
Yes, I actually wanted to talk to you guys about that. I'm gonna do it. If you want to do it too, you can join me. We're gonna do it on Hardcore Sports, and AK might do it. So if you want to do it with me, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I'm down. If I have time available on Thursday night, I'll do it. I'll hop on for it. But
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you for letting me on the stream, bro. Have a great rest of your night.
Yeah, you too, bro. You too.
Thank you.
See you in a group chat. All right, guys, this is about to end it. MK Headlines on a half out, 2.5 hours. I'll talk to you all later. Have a